All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're live again. Ox Billiards, Seattle, Washington. We got a nice little matchup here. Little last minute, no announcement, just setting things up and rocking and rolling. I think we got Michal Rybak versus Tim Del Mundo, two local Ox players. I think both play in the Seattle area a lot. They're, I think, APA players. They both play some BCA as well. That's Tim on the left there in the hat, and Michal in the long sleeve wearing the mask. So it looks like it's going to be a race to 9. Welcome. We got in the booth Mr. Leaf. How's it going, Leaf?
Going just fine. Now going just fine.
Okay, sweet.
Here to see the big action. Tim, one of the local reps for everything Ox. See if you can hold down the town name.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah, Michal also plays a lot here too, so I think both players represent Ox well.
It's kind of a good way for Ox to always win. You just own both sides.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what we've been doing with the Pratamesh Bow matches,
And that's resuming tomorrow, I believe it is.
Yeah. So the announcement is tomorrow night we're going to have actually a gentleman from out of town by the name of Victor, I believe. He's going to come from California. He's going to come play Pratamesh and Bow back to back. So it's going to be pretty good. All right, time to break off. Yowza, looks like it's good. Looks like Tim lost the cue ball just a little bit there. It's the classic, hitting the top of the rack. I think he didn't quite hit it square from where he was shooting. And, cue ball in the drink. So Michal with a good start, has a ball in hand and a pretty open table.
Yeah, this is I haven't seen Michal play as much. I've seen Tim play quite a bit. So this would be a good evaluation of how he goes, because I think Tim would have a good hand at this table. It's nice and open.
Yeah, it's a really nice break. Balls are all spread out nice and easily. I think the main problem he's going to find himself is trying to get from the 4 to the 5, probably. If he gets pretty straight into the 5, on either into the side pocket, he can go one rail across with 6, or, it feels to me like if he gets straight on the 5 to 6 is fairly straightforward, and then it's kind of a tic-tac-toe out. So this angle on the 4 is going to be pretty important, I think. Just make sure you're not playing for the purple. This is the Aramith Black set, so he's not playing for the purple 5. He's playing for the pink 4 there. I would have liked probably get a little closer, because I think that is the key shot, 4 to 5.
Yeah, and the way that he originally played that, I thought maybe he was lining up for the 5.
Yeah, he has got a little angle, but it's going to be just a pinch draw shot, I think. Doesn't look like he's very low on his tip, though. He might go forward. Oh, he's trying to stun it. Okay. This will work out. The 5 is past the pocket enough, so I'm not sure if this 6 ball passes the 9, but this is the important shot, I think. He got on the 5. This is decent. I think he wants to play to right around where the 8 is. Come across one rail. Another kind of stun shot, just how he did on the 4. And if he gets straight on the 6 ball, I think he's got pretty good chances. Nice shot there.
Nicely done.
I think he could have come a little bit farther, but this should be okay. It might just mean that he has to play the 8 in the top left corner. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious with the angle he has on the 6, he could maybe play to run into the 9. What would you do here, Christian?
Yeah, run into the 9. Oh, yeah. Running into the 9 is not bad. I think the 8 is really nice to where if you do a stop shot on it, you're going to get good. So I kind of like stunning to the left part of the area, just trying to play the 8 ball straight into the top left corner. Seems like it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, he tried to hold it. No, I don't think holding it to the side. I think he had too much angle on that 6 ball to hold it. Yeah, he hit it a little thick, right?
Lucked out still with that lead.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to get away with it. He'll take it.
I believe they are actually playing BCA rules here, though, so jump cues are allowed. I don't think this is a real jump position, but curious to see when that'll come into play.
It's going to be jump cues, winner break format, I believe, right? I think that's what they said.
And slop counts.
Slop counts, yeah. It's going to be interesting. So I like the 2-railer here, personally, just because you kind of can get a good chance to kind of hit the kick and stick.
Oh, gotcha.
like come underneath the 6 ball, and if you send it at the 8 ball, you can kind of get it clustered up. Yeah, kind of like that. He hit it a little bit too wide, so it came a little bit thin. But if he hits that 6 ball square in the face, good chance to get, you know, some sort of snooker behind the 9. Maybe the 6 ball gets up close to the 8. A lot of weird things might be able to happen, but
okay, so
not a bad outcome.
Anytime I approach this shot, I find that it's this one in particular, you can try and play the safe to have it on either end of the long rail, kind of like the classic snooker defense, or play
kind of like a separation.
Exactly, try and play to come behind the 8. Let's see what Michal chooses here.
Yeah, I think he's doing your shot.
The snooker shot.
I think Michal has a little bit of snooker background from what he talked about. At least, I think he's been exposed to it growing up, etc. Oh, we got Vinit Dasani. Oh, that's where I remember you from, dude. Oh my gosh! In the chat, he's saying hello, hello from Vancouver. I remember your name from somewhere, and I just realized where. It's 100% on the live streams. You definitely have been in the chat here on Facebook a few times. I remember that. How's it going, man? We Vinit played a tournament over at Tim. Oh no. Yeah, Vinit played a tournament up in last weekend. A couple of folks here from Ox and Empire. We drove up to Vancouver, BC to play in the BC Open snooker tournament. Awesome event held by Dave Burney. Shout out to Dave. He's actually going to be coming down for the, I think, possibly the Seattle Open qualifier, and then the Seattle Open as well. So we're going to have Dave in the house. It's going to be pretty sweet. But yeah, Vinit and I were actually in the same group in that event. We drew the same group, but just hadn't put the name to the face. So welcome. It was a good tournament.
Well, that'll be a nice one to have as a recurring event with Dave Burney back. Some strong Canadian representation down at Ox.
Yes, sir. Oh, a little bit thin. See, I think the mistake here was not necessarily a mistake. It was still a good opportunity on this 8 ball. I think just he kind of chose to shoot the 6, and he drew into the position, right? I feel like at least with ball in hand, it's generally going to be easier if you use, a bit more of like a rolling cue ball. If you can put whatever angle you want in it, you want to shoot it to where you can just roll the ball in. The line of the cue ball is going to naturally want to come down the line of the 8. So I feel like something maybe in the middle of the table, cutting it to the right, maybe up one rail, something like that, or just shooting into the other pocket. I'm not sure, but might be a little bit higher percentage option for ball in hand. But that doesn't mean he necessarily made a mistake. He still could have gotten out there. He just missed that 8 ball. A little bit thin. Ooh, they like that part of the table. He's going to leave a tough one, though.
Some early testers for our players here.
Yeah, I think they got maybe a little bit of nerves going on the first rack.
Big stream, big show.
Yeah, I think first time both these players have been on the live stream here at Ox, so it's pretty fun. We're trying to get some more action going on. We might have opportunity to see another match later here. I'm not sure. We might see some folks coming from Kitsap area over the other side of the water, but we'll see. But the main match we got coming up tomorrow, we got a doubleheader. We got Bo Bologna playing against Victor from out of town, and then a back-to-back match where Victor tries to take on Prathamesh after that, our current Ox Billiards money match champion. Him and Bo have been playing a lot of matches. It's been pretty good, pretty fun to watch.
And then the two of them joined with Shusheng. Oh, there was a well done. Sacked a bit of position here, but not bad on the 9.
Yeah, he's good, I think. I like this shot.
And see Matt in the chat here, who is the fellow gentleman, usually accompanying Tim to the competitive events.
Matthew Pittman. What a guy.
Acknowledging the good decorum here that Tim is sporting. I think it's in line with his chair game as well. Make sure he's got all facets on lock.
Strong chair game indeed. I got that one from Raw Hanna. Chair game, quite important. Watch out, cue ball. Where's it going? Where's the cue ball going? Slow down. Slow down. And he's good.
Wow. How is that shot on the 9 being that close to the pocket with the cue ball on a spice level Christian?
It's a little spicy. Just, kind of like a little jalapeno popper, no big deal. Just a little dab here. Just nothing too crazy. We're just getting started. Race to 9 ball. We got I guess in terms of skill level between these players, they're both about I think they're 7 in APA and 8 ball. I think Tim is a 7 and Michal is a recent 8 skill level in a 9 ball, so pretty evenly matched. I don't think their Fargo rates are very well established, so I didn't put them up. But yeah, I think both players should be fun to watch. That's what was Matthew in the chat. I was trying to get you and Matt to play a match before this as the warm-up, huh? That would have been a good one. The battle of the APA 5s.
This is the battle of APA 5s.
The up-and-comers.
This might be the battle of the Matt slapping Leaf.
I don't know.
I messaged him about it, but I think it was fortuitous for me that he didn't want to play.
Oh,
here.
he didn't want to play. Oh, okay. Yeah, he says he's too chicken. Okay. I don't know. I think you're more like a little too pigeon to me. I'm not sure. Pigeon, maybe sparrow. I don't know. Doesn't have the metal to play. Huh. Okay.
Well, I think in most recent APA matches, Matt's the one that I'd be putting my money on. Oh, okay. First case here to see what we're going to do, but a push-up potentially.
Yeah, this is definitely a tricky rack, yeah. I think the main thing about this rack is the 7-8 is kind of close together. Getting from the 6 to the 7 is going to be tough. I think the play is probably going to be to try to run into the 8 ball, maybe. If you get thin, I'm not sure, though, but got to get through all these other balls first. I think that's kind of where the rack's going to be decided, though. We'll see.
Okay, so when I look at what was just played here, I'm in Tim's shoes and Tim's tucked shirt. I'm thinking that you try to almost just really low stun the 1 so it goes to the bottom rail and you hide behind the 4. What would you look at here, Christian?
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that idea. I think you can even roll it. I think you want to hit it just dead weight to where the 1 barely touches the rail. And if you don't get behind the 4, good chance you get behind the 8 or the 7. But I don't think he's going to give this back for sure. Mr. Tim, tuck shirt Tim. We should call him that tuck shirt Tim.
I like that one, yeah.
Yeah, nice little roll up. Doesn't want the 1 to settle by the pocket, so this is actually... that would have been a little better if the 1 had a really easy cut into the corner. If it goes in the side, then Tim might be savvy enough that he might realize the 7-8's kind of tied up. Could be an opportunity to break these balls open, but we'll see if Michal makes contact. If he does, it could be a totally different game after this. Ooh,
just missed it.
Yeah, a little wide. So it is interesting because usually these Rasslons, especially now, they're starting to play really short, the rails, now that the cloth has been, worn in a bit. And so, interesting that he missed it wide. So, let's see. I like shooting. So, the only problem with breaking open the 7 is going to be tough to get on the 2. He's going to shoot this with follow, and looks like try to play it at the middle of the table. But I wonder if he's going to just try to nudge the 7 ball over just a bit. He could also just play a little bit more power and play through it.
He's playing safe.
Yeah, he's playing another safe. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I would have liked to play that safe and open up the 7 a bit, but this is still fine. I think if he gets glued to that 7, it's a real good chance to get a 3rd foul, possibly. And I think they are playing BCA rules, right? So 3-foul rule is in.
I don't think we have confirmation that Tim has informed him he's on 2 fouls, but...
No, it's only 1 foul, right?
He fouled on... Oh, sorry, this is coming up 2 fouls.
Yeah, this is still... So he's got to miss this ball, but he hits it clean, so... No 3 foul for me, says Michal. And, yeah, it's going to be a good time. We got some newcomers here from our area coming out. Manny Estrada hanging out. You probably will hear him in the background at some point if he's listening or hanging out. He was at Northwest Cup. I think he was the loudest fan by far out of anybody. You could even hear him on the live stream. It was pretty funny.
And the next Northwest Cup is coming to Ox here in Seattle.
Yes,
That's going to be a major event.
We're going to be hosting the Northwest Cup in the fall. It's going to be awesome. Shout out to Mike Littman Lights. What is it? Changing how you see pool? Something like that? I don't know. Those lights, though, they work. This table is lit up by Littman Lights as well. You can get a good view of it in a little bit. Sorry.
Okay, so now he's starting to negotiate this table here. Still going to have a tricky case with the way that this 5, 6, 7, 8 are laid up. I don't see anything which is going to make him a happy camper.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, right? See, in this shot, I think I almost like running into that 8 fuller and busting those balls open, especially because the 5 passes and you're really close from the 4 to the 8. You still got to deal with this. It's not impossible. It's just it's going to be tricky now. He's got a tough kind of jacked over shot now, and then.
Oh, I was actually leaning on the table for this one too.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the key. I'm telling you, 7-8 is going to be what decides this rack. It's going to be tough shot after tough shot here. Oh, is he going to make the combination? Oh.
I'm not sure if that's what he was playing.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he just wanted to make it clean. It did pass, but it was only about a half a pocket or so, I would say. So Tim's got some decisions to make. I think he has enough space to nestle behind. Does he have enough space to go behind this 6 ball? One rail. If he can glue him to the back of this 6, I think then he'll have a good chance to make do work. Somebody's got to deal with it. Oh, he's kicking at the ball.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if he was kicking or do you think he missed it a little too?
I think he missed it too thin.
Too thin? Yeah, like he just missed the ball instead of.
Yeah, I can't see too many outcomes where even if he kicked that in a more solid fashion here, how it would be a better result than what you were looking at. To either just cut the 5 in a really tough cut or to nestle behind the 6.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty fortuitous if that was an error for what's laid up here. Oh, wow. He must have miscued that.
Oh, no.
He missed the 5 entirely.
Oh, and look at this. He opened up the 7. Oh. This is the key. Uh-oh. Now we have a chance. That's what it was coming down to. Is if anybody opened up that 7 ball, then this table is now pretty available. Let's see.
I think this is going to make this now an interesting case. Same thing as the last rack where Michal just didn't manage to run it out and he got lucky with that 6. This time here we have a similar challenge for Tim. See if he's up to it.
Yeah, the 7 ball is still kind of close to now to the 9, so it's not the easiest position, but I think to try to simplify this, you just want to play to the middle of the table with the cue ball from the 6. I mean, you want to take down the cut on the 7. It's a little bit maybe more cut than ideal, but it's still a straightforward shot, and it's going to be natural to come 2 rails around for the 8. So if he gets to the middle of the table here, I like his chances.
Ooh,
This got a little flat, though.
Awkward case now. Maybe this would be easier for you with opposite hand, but
Yeah, this is a left-hander shot now.
Yeah, Tim's gonna have to pull up the big bridge here.
He's got the Extendo-Matic. I think he's got the 12-inch extension or something. I don't know. It's a long one.
I think in extension land, Ed Ambo, I was playing in BCA recently. He had an extension that was beyond anything else I'd seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it looked like he was almost had a second cue going there for a second.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, Ed Ambo. Shout out to Ed. Good player. He's playing a lot more at Ox now, too. I get to see him more often. Previous APA League operator. Solid player. He's definitely getting better, too. I've seen him improve massively past year or so. Maybe we'll get him on another live stream soon.
Oh, that would be it. We could have the whole Ambo gang here and do a set.
Oh, he did well in this shot, I think. Oh, he's going to come too far, actually. Now he's in between. Uh-oh.
Interesting challenge now.
We got Michael in the YouTube chat saying, "Wow, Tim, very nice shot." Michael, which Michael is that? Is that
maybe an in-house Michael?
In-house Michael? No, that's. I think he's got his full name. This might be. What's the other Michael? Don't we know another Michael? No. Oh, Hlas. Yeah, maybe him. Yeah.
Maybe butchering his last name there, so hopefully it might actually not be him.
HLAS, I think, something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We've practiced together a few times. Great member of the APA community and the Ox community.
Yeah. He's next in line, I think, for if the APA team leaves on Tuesday nights, he's got the next spot. So that's what I heard. So
that is truly a treasured spot on Tuesday night Ox League.
Yeah.
I think there's a waiting list. Oh, that was an interesting choice. So it
He's trying to play behind the 9, I think, right?
Yeah, trying to play behind the 9, but he hit that pretty thin for that to be the goal there.
He's left a tough shot, though, but not impossible to run this out, I think. It's going to be a little tough. I like cutting this in the top left corner with a little, kind of like a stun shot, because your cue ball's going to go 2, maybe 3 rails towards the 8 ball.
Oh, gotcha.
You could even hit with a high ball, and it's probably fine. Yeah, you see how the cue ball goes, too? But it kind of crosses the path later. You could go the other way, I guess, too. Other way might be better. Uh-oh.
Oh, this is...
No, this is Safe City here.
Exactly. The shot that Tuck Shirt Tim just played last time. This is a repro for that shot.
Mr. Tucked Shirt Tim. I like it. It's going to stick now.
Yeah, I like it too.
Tim of the Tucked Shirts. Sir Tuck Tim. Oh, is it going to hit hard enough? Oh. I think this 8 ball is going to bail him out. Oh, no.
Yeah, he lucked out a bit there.
Yeah, he tried to just kind of float it. I think with those shots, just because the stop shot is guaranteed to be solid, unless you're really feeling the table, it's almost not worth it to try to do a stun run through. You know, it's especially early in the match. You know, you're still getting feel of the table, etc. I like kind of just doing stop shots just to guarantee the lockup safe, because good chance he wins that if.
Wow!
Oh wow!
He raised his hand there with the politeness that not quite intended, but he seems to get the rails down better now.
He said, "Sorry, not sorry. I'm going to take this. Thank you very much." So this is actually a similar shot that he set up earlier, right? He played the ball in hand from the 6 to the 8 in the last rack, and he had this same kind of thin cut, a little bit farther away last time, I think. But see if he nails it. He hit it a little thin last time.
Yeah, he hit the short rail this time.
Oh, same spot
did it again, and he's not going to get bailed out this time.
I think when Michal goes back and watches this tape, he's got a shot to practice now. That's a good one. It's a good one to have, dude, too, because that shot looks uber thin, but in reality, you can even cut it more, and it's still pretty doable.
Yeah,
it's just he's kind of hitting it at that speed that's not so confident, you know.
I did drills with that a while back with Shucheng, who made it look far too easy, but it's deceptively not. Oh, there's good speed on this one.
Yeah, it's a nice shot. A little bit off the rail.
Might have a tie match here. Good shot of Tim's form in this one.
Yeah. Really good technique in general.
And that technique
nicely
drops
done.
The line.
Technique. I guess I would actually say good fundamentals, you could say. Yeah.
Ooh. So I guess this is now going to be a battle between Tuck Shirt Tim and Technique Tim.
Oh, Tim, the technical tucked shirt. Terror.
We need to pull in the chat to see which one actually wins after this.
We're gonna have to just build the alliteration little by little.
With each win.
Yeah, some more. We need one more T word every time he wins a rack. Right now he's Tuck Shirt Tim. Next we got Technical
Tim.
Let's see what he's got. Got some good music here at Ox. Hanging out and getting ready to break off in rack number 2. Matthew Pittman says we should have a post-match interview with Tim about the value of fundamentals practice. Yeah, I think, much better break this time. Much better to control the cue ball. Doesn't want the one to drop.
And the one lays up. How about that?
This is nice. I have had Tim break and run on me in this type of a rack. I mean, he can do it. Let's see. I don't want to jinx anybody, but it's just a juicy one.
Let's see. 1 to 2, 3. The 4's kind of close to the 9 there, but it still goes cleanly in the pocket.
He's gonna probably take a longer shot on the 4, unless he can. If he gets close to the 3, he probably can get kind of stun into position. But yeah, 3 to 4 is probably the shot of the rack.
Yep.
Ooh, we get to see a little bit of left-handed play. I like it.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Here we go.
Getting his bridge all situated. Let's take a look at that. Left-hand fundamentals. I like it. Good elbow. It's looking good. Not too shabby. I like it. Nicely done.
A little bit. Look at that.
Now the question is, he's a little bit off angle now. Yeah, I think he's got a little funny. He just came a little too far, I think. If he had gotten straight or, to the right of the current position, he would have been easier time coming to the 3. I think he could still do a stop shot and just take on a long 3. It's going to mean... Oh, he came across. So he had a lot more angle. Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot which I usually struggle with, where you just have a slight off angle, so you really need to power to get off that cushion. It's a Pathmish style shot.
Yeah. It's got to make sure you keep your head down and stay still on that shot. Let the arm flow, smooth stroke. This one is, I think, pretty important in the rack. I think if he gets on this 4 straight in or pretty decent, he's gonna have a good chance. So take a longer shot. Is 8-ball in the way? No, I think he's good.
On the rail, though, this is going to make it tricky to get to the 6 cleanly. Sorry, to get there for the...
Yeah, I think he would have wanted to hit that just a little bit harder, but still pretty solid. He's going to have to take an awkward 6, I think, because he might be so straight that he has to just roll this in. He tried to juice it around him. It's going to settle. It's going to leave something.
Alright, so for this shot here, assuming you cut the 4 into the right corner, do you like doing this off of 1 rail or 2 rails to come to the 6?
This shot, if the 6 passes the 9 to the bottom right, I like just, I guess it's naturally going to be 2 rails, but I like just hitting it with a high ball, 1, maybe 2 rails, settling somewhere like just short of the side pocket. No, I think I actually had too much angle to do that. He's going to play into the side. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah, the other way, if you go 2 rails and kind of cut it tight with some left spin, you end up like coming across the line a bit more. But you can also play that type of shot and play the 6 into the left middle pocket. So I don't know. I think this is okay. Just a little bit funny. He should be able to come around. Just has to play the 7 long after this, I think. 2 rails, maybe 3, and shoot the 7 all the way down past the side pocket into the corner.
Chance he... No, he'll not hit the 9 here going through.
Yeah, it should be straightforward. It's gonna hit a little bit harder though. Yeah, he still has that shot, but it's just gonna be tough. I wonder.
Yeah, playing for this cut. Make it a little tricky to hold for that 8-ball, but it is hovering over the pocket, and 9-ball is pretty much on the spot.
The scratch is actually possibly on, but he hit it sweet.
Great
nice
shot.
Yeah, I think he checked it just a little bit. It was a nice shot. I think a high ball actually would have been fine too. This one, he's got a little off angle.
Now, is this the kind of shot that you play just kind of take your medicine and hold it almost, or you go around the rails?
No, you got to be precise. So this shot very commonly scratches in the other side pocket, right where his bridge was at, depending on how much side you put on it. So if you just hit it with a high ball, lower chance that it goes in, but also depends what part of the pocket you cut it, because that 8-ball is close. But if you hit a little too much left spin, you can find it hooking around the corner pocket a little tighter, and then getting close to that side pocket. I think he wanted a little bit more left, so that it got closer, but then hit maybe the 3rd diamond and came at the 9.
Yeah, it looks like
this is a tough shot now.
Ended up overcooking it a bit.
Is it in? Is it in? Nice shot.
Good fix-up.
Recovery.
And rack 3 goes to...
Michal.
We need some M alliteration going on here for Michal.
Michal, murmuring, medicinal, meticulous.
You sound... Oh, okay, maybe meticulous. The first 2 weren't quite pool related.
Hey, it's just what came to mind.
Maybe we have some...
Michal of Mundo.
Oh, Michal versus Mundo? That'd be a good poster we'd have.
Michal v Mundo. I like it.
Oh, there's Ricardo in the chat as well. Our division rep for 9-ball Thursdays here at Ox.
Oh, yeah. Both of these guys play, I think, in that league, right?
They do, yeah.
Thursdays, yesterday. Nice. Ricardo in the chat. Shout out. How's it going?
Ooh, there was a nice break. Cue ball popping almost straight to the middle of the table. No set on the 1, unfortunately. This is what, for that APA Thursday night, we call a safety break.
Safety break? That's just when you get unlucky and you leave nothing.
Yeah, waiting still for when we can add push out to APA. Maybe we should ask Michael about that.
No, I don't think that'll ever happen.
We can dream.
We can dream. Ooh, we want to hit that a little fuller. Is this going to be safe, though? It's going to be clustered up. No, it's going to pass. It's going to pass.
I'm surprised with that shot where this is first time coming to the table, obviously no shot on the one. He went pretty quick with that decision.
Yeah.
Thought he'd study the lay a little more.
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily the wrong choice. He just hit it a little bit too thin. I think if he hits that ball a little bit fuller in the face with just a high ball, he has a good chance to kind of do a stop shot. May not have been the worst results. Now this is a little bit awkward. Angle's going to have to play to miss this 8-ball. Oh, he's playing the safety again. Ooh. Nice shot. He's going to be okay. Yeah, he's only left an edge maybe. Definitely not cuttable, but they are playing with jump cues, so maybe we'll see the first jump cue attempt. I don't know.
We'll have to see here. Still deciding. Oh, maybe he can't see an edge of it. Oh, he's a bit of a mass angle now. Oh, no, he got it. And he's going to get bailed out, too.
Ooh, he's going to block him up. Yeah, I think he's hooked.
Okay, well, we're 1-for-1 on contacts for jump shots in this match.
1-for-1?
I think that's something which has the most common feature here being the Bo versus Prathamach match. We don't often see jump cues in that one. I don't think Prathamach is a fan of jumping.
The most recent one, they didn't jump a lot, but we definitely had some really good jump shots. I think there was a couple really good jump shots that Prathamach made, I think, in their first match, maybe their second match. I don't remember exactly, though. Well, it was solid, though.
I think that'll be something for our viewers to go check in the YouTube VODs for Ox on those matches. We had some definite spice levels there.
Yeah. Or clip those videos up and upload them to YouTube separately might be good.
That was a nice response there from...
Oh, yeah, I think he's glued, right?
This is a nightmare scenario. Next to the rail as well. Oof.
This is a tough one.
Oh, maybe he's not quite glued. You can see he's a little past it.
Yeah, he was trying to go one rail, maybe a little side. He's got good contact. Watch out, 9-ball.
Okay, now we've got an interesting rack here. 2, 3, 9, all kind of tied together. One doesn't go past the 8.
I think the 2 passes, though, right? Does it 2? I think this shoots the gap between 3 and 9.
Can't quite see from this angle, but I think that your eyes are better than mine for this.
I just always assume the angle's there until it's not, you know? Ooh, just got a little bit too much. Watch out, cue ball. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, the double whammy.
Disaster.
That's,
strikes.
I think Zach Ross's favorite jingle, Ox Pockets.
Ox Pockets. Yeah, who was it then? Was it he that coined it? I think I hear I think it's, their team name is The Blob. They say that all the time, too.
I'm curious how many of these team names are the result of Thomas Mackel just assigning something. Oh, Shane came up with it.
Yeah, Shane. Okay, yeah, he's on The Blob.
Oh.
Yeah, so I thought I heard it from The Blob a lot. I think Zach just reiterated. Nice. Thank you in the Twitch chat. Julie Say. Who's that? Julie Say. I'm not sure. Julie's. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Okay, whenever I look at this shot here, I'd always just thin the 2 and play it with a ripping right to try and get it all the way around the table. Let's see what Tim does.
Oh, you're trying to play it like all the way around the rails. He's going to tie it up with the 9, so I don't like tying it up.
That's kind of how I was looking at it.
Asking how was my morning? Wonderful. You know, it was great. I must have seen you yesterday then, is what it sounds like.
Oh, the Rasson Rattle.
The Rasson Rattle. Oh, I like it. I like it. We got Ricardo coming up with the names. The Rasson Rattle. Tuck Shirt Tim. And Meticulous Mihao. I like this. Stephanie Madden Berman in the Facebook chat shouting out, "Let's go, Michal." Good stuff. Both players got some support. I think it's Tim's parents are here too watching.
Oh wow,
that's who that is. But yeah, I think a few people gathering on the table watching. Always cool to see people support fellow players.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the 3-9 here. It isn't quite wired, but if you could get behind the 3, would you play this as a combo to set it up?
Play behind the 3.
Like if you were to take this long.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd see that this is always going to be tricky to try and get on the short side of the 3 to shoot it to the middle or the corner.
Yeah, the only mistake he can make here is to scratch that, but he hit that speed nice. He was playing the kick safe all the way, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're saying if you come underneath the 3, shoot in the side?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's the only way. Otherwise, I mean, I think the combo's going to have to go. I feel like with both these players, it looks like probably the next person to either, if it breaks open, then, you know, anything can happen. But if
might break it open here with this jump shot.
If he cuts it more, I think if a ball in hand gets on the 2, it's going to be a for sure early combo. But nonetheless, we get the full rack. Let's go. I think playing across one rail, maybe hit the second rail, shoot the 3 up in the corner. I think that's all it's on. Let's see. Nice cut. He's going to bump the 3. Oh, he needs that bump.
Ooh. Has a cross bank option here, but it's pretty far. How would you play this? Would you play for the cue ball up behind the 9-4 or the cue ball down behind the 6?
I like pushing the 3 down to the 6 and putting the cue ball up and down the rails. It's because I think it's a little more natural to get the 3. Yeah, like just like you did. Put the glue the 3 ball down to the bottom rail and try to get the cue ball up against something. It's not the end of the world if you don't get behind something, but ideally if you get behind the 4 or the 9, it's good.
Yeah, left him a window there, but that did turn out pretty well.
It's a good safety, containing safety. Arnie Yuan in the YouTube chat saying, "Who's in the box?" I believe you're talking about the chalk box. No, this is not the chalk box. This is the Ox box. This is me, Christian Youngers, here with Leaf. Raptisfirth?
Raptisfirth. Got all 3 in.
Mr. Leaf has joined me, taking a step away from his snooker practice, practicing his fundamentals.
Fundamentals. I feel like more and more I think about it, I say, oh, it's time to not worry about fundamentals and miss stroke and hold on, maybe not yet.
I'm just letting you know, you're never going to get it perfect, so at some point you gotta decide.
I think that will become the subject for the eventual match between me and Mr. Pittman in the chat. The fundamentals. How deep on fundamentals?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I wanted to see Matt and Leaf play it out. That would have been a good match to duke out. Ooh, nice cut. Ran into the 9 full though, kind of stopped the cue ball. Arnie says hi.
Hello, Arnie.
Leaf puts the fun in fundamentals. I like it. Ricardo's got the jokes. I like it.
I'll take that from Ricardo. One of my very first APA matches was played against Ricardo 6+ months ago. And the fundamentals I had then would cause Christian to recoil. So.
Oh, really?
Maybe this is an appropriate name for now.
Wait, did that happen? Oh, I didn't know.
I recall it started with leaf speed.
No, it's not going to go in. Leaf speed. Oh, yeah, that's because you were hitting it too soft. That's okay. Looks like it's close, I think. Like I said, we got the weird camera view. I'm going to assume he can see it. He does look like he has the jump cue out, though. I think he's using that new Predator. Yeah, I think it's jump cue. So he's going to have to jump it.
Number 3.
Jump number 3. Let's see what he's got. Third time's a charm, maybe? Nicely
well
done. Spears it in. Good shot.
Off the rail enough for the 8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up the 8, then the 9 is sitting.
I think either one. You can shoot this in the corner or in the side. I like the side with the high ball. Just come up one rail.
Oh. Okay.
Just a little bit bigger pocket from where you are. You have to be a little... You can be a little less accurate if you want. Shouldn't run in. He might run into the 9, but he shouldn't, I don't think. Kind of roll it in.
Oh, yeah, he chose your shot.
He hit it a little thick. It's the only reason he hit the 9.
Yeah, and that's the path that I was traveling a bit that I was looking at too, where he ended up getting really close to the 9 on the way across.
He could shoot in the corner too. It just has to... I mean, I think both shots are kind of just like rolling shots. So now an opportunity for Tim. Get back in this one. Stop. Is he going to shoot it left-handed? He's going to stretch out. Bang, bang.
There we go. Tie game.
2-2. We got a match, ladies and gentlemen. Race to 9. If you haven't heard yet, we got a little announcement. Tomorrow we got a double header lined up. We have gentleman from out of town. His name is Victor Elacion, I think. I'm not exactly sure his last name, but from California. He's going to come up here about a low to mid 600 Fargo player. It's going to be playing against Bo Bologna first. I think 5 p.m. tomorrow, 5:30, something like that. And then he's going to go back-to-back and play against Prathamesh Savan after that. Our local Ox hero developing.
Maybe he could have that as a badge on his shirt when he goes to the U.S. Open again.
Yeah.
Ox hero.
And Bo. I think both these guys are Ox heroes. They're my heroes, that's all I know. I'm just kidding. Bo is my hero. That's for sure. And I think we might start stocking some Bo's Q-tips. He makes his own Q-tips.
Yeah, and he's
pool Q-tips, sorry.
One of the deepest pool Q-tip enthusiasts I've seen.
He brings the calipers all the time and
kind enough to make them for me. He was explaining the differences between the milk duds and the classics for that and how he'd make them. And it's a smile and nod. And I can appreciate your intensity here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, did you get that tip? Did you try it out or no?
I haven't tried it out. That was just when I was switching to the Q-Tech Avid that I have now.
Okay. Alrighty, well, looks like we got a push out here to start. It's gonna leave. I think the cut is on. He left the ball. I guess he's hoping that Michal's not gonna get on this 3-ball, but I think with just a high ball, this is a good shot. You're probably gonna run into the 5 a little bit, but you just roll this in. Should be clean. Interesting shot choice. I don't think I would have left. I feel like if I was going to push out, I would have pushed out to the other side of the 3. Make him come up with a safety to beat me as opposed to leaving him an offensive shot. You know what I mean?
Let's see what he takes, yeah.
I think just a high ball. He's hit it a little bit hard. Oh, yeah. Tim lays the trap. Trapping Tim. And it pulls off, but he's going to get unlucky with this leave.
That'll be our T word for Tim's last win, trapping Tim.
Trappy Tim.
Trappy Tim.
Not scrappy, but trappy.
Describing his pool game here, not his actual traps.
His traps are all right. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't checked in a while.
No,
we got some a little bit of action brewing in the room as well. Looks like I got Eddie on the other table. I haven't seen Eddie in a while. Mr. Bologna.
Oh, one of the Ox heroes joining just in time. Maybe we summoned him with all the praise.
Yeah, he's here. He's getting ready for tomorrow's match.
Maybe we keep talking. He's going to come down to get some practice in.
Oh yeah, him Shucheng and Prathamesh have been doing a few interesting matches. I think inspired by the Shark stream is what I heard. Live stream. It's a pool hall in the Philippines, I guess. It's pretty top notch. Gonna have to go visit the Philippines and check it out.
I'm waiting for when you join that set, Christian.
Yeah.
It seems like it's consistently you and Prathamesh and Shucheng and then Bo as well having a good competition.
Oh yeah. But yeah, shout out to Bo. We're going to see him in action tomorrow. It's going to be fun. He's playing Victor Elacion, I think is his last name. 5 p.m. tomorrow. Maybe 5:30, just in case things get a little delayed. Oh, no, he hit the 8 ball full there. Wow. He hit it pretty straight on because that followed it in clean. Mm-hmm. And now this table's ripe. Juicy table, you might say.
Yeah, after it gets from 1 to 3, no real problems here. 5 to 6 might be a little tricky, but it's taking a minute to study the table and see how he likes to go about this.
Yeah, I think because I'm left-handed too, I'll shoot this one in the top left corner, kind of stun, slight draw around the 7.
Mm-hmm.
Try to play up against the 6, somewhere where the 6 is, and play the 3 in the side. The only way you mess that up, though, is if you go all the way down and get behind the 9. So he should be okay. Could also just draw straight back. If 3 passes the 5, we can just draw the straight back into position as well.
Ooh, we saw one of those drawing into positions before. I think of Mika Immonen, who would say never draw into position with ball in hand.
Oh, yeah. That's probably a good option. Like we saw earlier where he did a draw shot and kind of came short. It's just shots where you have to get the feel for how much overlap the ball has. Like, if you get the feel for more things than you need to, it's probably safer. If you're doing a rolling cue ball, you don't really have to worry about the angle as much. Then you don't really have to put too much spin on the ball. You don't got to get the spin right. You just got to have to roll the ball in, right? Mm-hmm. Then you just have to focus on the speed of a rolling cue ball. If you're doing a stop shot, draw shot, doing a little bit of angle, draw with some left, and you have to figure out how much it's going to spin around the rails, it just gets more complicated, Mm-hmm. But I think when he says that it's helps simplify the game, add consistency to your runouts, Because with ball in hand, that is the easiest shot you're going to get, right? You're going to get exactly the angle you want, so if you're not putting the angle correctly or shooting the easy shot, then there's something to improve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this probably wants to be in the middle of the table somewhere. Oh no. Hit it a little thick. Is it going to pass? Is it past the 5?
Okay, if this ball doesn't pass the 5, what would you do here, Christian? This always seems like an awkward
Probably take the bank on and then draw my cue ball up table.
Mm-hmm.
And just take a long 5. Because I'm thinking, if you play the bank the right speed and it comes short, you can hit just shy of the corner, and then it can settle on the top second diamond. But he opted to play safe. That's a good idea. Not a bad safe.
Yep, Trappy Tim strikes again.
Trappy Tim, I think he's got him hooked too. So not far enough away to jump at this. So I think he might be able to jump it. It's only a very little overlap. Might have left an edge, but this could go off into the middle.
Okay, you've seen Frances play probably more than anyone here.
I don't know.
Do you think she would jump this? Because she's very aggressive with jumps.
This is jumpable, I think. I mean, just because, when you see a full ball jump, like when the balls are lined up, the ball that's blocking you is lined up perfectly with the cue ball line, it's really tough to do that close of a distance. But when you're only jumping over just the edge of the ball, it's really not that high, I guess, so you don't really get that vertical. So it is jumpable, I would say, but it's still tough. Oh, wow. He came in between all the balls. Ooh, do we see an early 9 here? I don't think so. Maybe.
Oh,
he's lining it up. All right. High risk, high reward. Let's see how his combos are feeling today. I like the aggressiveness, though.
That's the Matt Pittman strategy now. Do we have an aggressive option? That's the option.
That's the one we take. More speed, more spin.
More speed, more spin. I think I haven't seen his place, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Niels Fine trying somewhere.
Niels Fine what?
A Niels Fine shrine.
Oh,
in
shrine.
Matt place.
I see. Oh, nice shot.
There we go.
Good combo. That was a perfect cue ball, too, because that 4 was going to naturally come to the bottom rail. So if he doesn't make it, he leaves us safe. Nicely done, Tim.
I think that's one of the cases here as we talk about APA levels, like Matt and I being 5s, but these two gentlemen here being 7, 8 level. That's not something I always think about. Saying, okay, if I miss this shot here, how do I at least make it, or at least with a combo that it's a bad lead for my opponent?
Yeah, you kind of have to think about all angles sometimes. I mean, sometimes that can get you in trouble and make you shoot a shot that you probably shouldn't shoot that way because you're a little too afraid of missing or leaving this or that. But in general, I mean, shooting, especially in 8-ball, shooting runouts in a certain type of order doesn't necessarily make them more difficult, but it greatly improves your odds of not leaving anything if you make a mistake. So, damn, he does have kind of a snooker technique. Like his legs are good, but he just plays super wide, almost like Judd Trump wide. I'd almost say almost too wide, but you know, that's just fundamentals talk. That doesn't matter. That's not important.
Save that for the post-game interview.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell from here. I think the 2 passes the 5 into the right corner pocket. If that's the case, then this is going to line up pretty well. Now, I really dislike where the 6 ball is. If I see this ball on the table, I always...
Oh, yeah, and try to bump it.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't really cut too clean if it's really close to the side pocket. It looks like he's going to roll this and shoot the 2 on the side.
Oh.
Pass the 6. I like that shot. That's not bad.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I was looking at the table, but it might be the better choice here.
It's like you said, when you can, shoot. Follow, don't draw a ball in hand if you can avoid it. Gonna roll 1 rail forward across. Oh, almost missed that shot, but he's good. I think a little more speed would have been nice. Even hitting the 2nd rail on that was golden. I think the only way you mess that up is by getting jacked up over this 4 ball, so he's okay. The 6, though, is going to be the tricky shot. He's going to have to get straight. I actually kind of like maybe playing below the 6, kind of where the coin is or where his chalk is on that rail, somewhere around there with the cue ball from the 5. Just depends what angle he gets.
Yeah, getting there from the 5 is going to be a little tricky.
Nice shot. A little speedy, though. A little speedy.
Friendly bump? Nope.
These balls are pretty close.
A little too close to his work here. This is really awkward, especially considering that he's so far from the cue ball. Makes it tricky to judge just the amount of speed he wants to put on it.
Ooh, just
Nice try
undercut it.
there. Great shot of his cueing at that distance, too.
All right, long shot here. I like his chances. It's looking tough, and it's a good shot.
Overcooked it a little bit, but maybe you can play
He
it to the
goes
middle now.
inside. Yeah, he's actually might be perfect. He's got a little too much angle. Yeah, he's going to come at this 8 ball, so it's a little risky because he wants to get as close to the 8 ball as he can without hooking himself.
Yeah, you play to just roll this in and not play up the rail.
Yeah, so I think the 6 is not a scratch shot. If your cue ball is maybe within a diamond of the bottom long rail we're looking at, I think it's okay to just roll this in. You can come around the rails too, I guess, or come 1 rail across. I mean, there's a lot of options, but you want to be fairly straight on this 6 ball.
Yeah, especially with where the 6 is, I'd like to get as straight as possible. He did choose to play 1 rail.
1 rail, a little fast, but I don't think this will scratch. It looks like it's just far enough.
Yeah, it just makes
Past the point.
Makes it kind of an awkward shot there. Oof.
Yeah, it looks like it should hit the point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, gonna make shape on the 8 a little unpredictable here.
Looks really tight. He's going to hit the point and he's going to come up. He's probably going to end up with like middle table position at best, like somewhere in the top half, middle of the table. He's probably going to have a tough 8 ball. I actually kind of started thinking about playing safe at this point. You could do like a follow, like bank this 6 ball towards the 9, maybe make the combo. If not, miss the 9 long and play the 6 ball around the rails.
Ooh.
Yeah, he kind of came a little short. So the rail likes to play short there. He got a little fortunate, but not a bad shot. Yeah, I didn't really like the shot. I think at that point he was just too far. Definitely better option to play safe here. It's a little more of a containing safe. Arnie says he thinks it'll scratch. That could be true. Who doesn't want that to go? I guess actually it would have been fine either way. Dan Peterson in the Facebook chat saying, what a great zoom shot. Thank you, sir. We got these fancy cameras all set up. Some cool stuff.
Oh, maybe this will be the first time we see a jump from Tim.
Yeah, this is the first Tim jump shot. I think they both have the same, that new Predator jump cue. Pretty sure.
Which jump cue do you use? Use the Propel, is it?
Yeah, Q-Tech Propel. Yeah. Oh, yours truly, Dan, in the booth. Doing the Xbox controller camera work and the, live stream little setup we got here. Oh, a little spicy on that. That's a little Mach 10 and 10-ish in that. Michael Littman in the Facebook chat. What's up? How's it going, sir? Doing well? Saying, hey, how's it going?
I think he does some kind of a lighting thing, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, just the lights you see in front. The reason these players can see the balls is only because of Mike Littman. You guys got to check him out. Best lights in the business, Littman Lights. Got some good stuff. Hey, we got to get a logo from you, Mike. Get you some screen time whenever we got a chance. I guess we do have like a little peek. We can snag a sneak preview real quick. Littman Lights, best in the business. Good stuff. Tough 8-ball. It's going to have to draw this. Ooh. Kind of shorted towards the cue ball.
Might have sold out right there.
As you can see, Littman Lights in the building. Good stuff. Best lights around, hands down. All right, now Tim's got a fun one.
I think this is kind of a shot that Tim really enjoys here.
Yeah, kind of drawing this, more speed, more spin. Oh, no, he hit it. He hit it sweet. He hit it nice and smooth. Good stroke. Pretty straight-ish 9-ball on the rail. I like his chances, though. He hit one of these earlier.
That shot reminded me a bit of, I think it's Chris Byers, Big Smooth.
Oh, yeah, That big, nice, long, smooth stroke. The guy can play. That was a great match, him and Daniel. Oh, my gosh. Nice shot on the rail. Sends it home. Goes up 2-4 over Michal. Couple mistakes, uncharacteristic. Some misses. 2-4 and a race to 9. Tim is up over Michal.
Okay, so now we need another T word. Maybe tactical Tim.
Tactical Tim. I like that. Yeah, we haven't had that yet. We got tactical. We've got trappy. Tucked. Shirt tucked Tim. Always a fan of the tucked shirt. What else we have? Oh, I got the next one. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Keep it in the bank.
Yeah. Won't spoil the surprise. All right, time to break off. Dang it, Mike! You stole the exact word I was gonna say. He said it in the chat. I literally was thinking that word, and he just stole it. I can't believe it. Mike Littman says tenacious. Oh my gosh, that literally was. I don't know how he said it. Why? How?
That might be one less.
You
than
reading my mind or something? Holy smokes! I was thinking tenacious D, and then tenacious Tim. How did that happen? That was wild. He's a mind reader, he says. Mike Littman, the light reader and the mind reader.
Oh.
Nice.
There's some free slogan work from Christian Youngers.
There you go. Free slogan. I'm out. I'm done. I can go home now. It's over. All right, well, decent spread on these balls. Made a couple on the balls in the break. They're using the magic rack, it looks like. Rack your own, opponent rack, winner break format. Play a safety maybe? No, he's going to go for the bank.
Playing the bank.
Oh, went a little short.
That was the aggression move.
Yeah, and his cue ball was just a little long for the 2, but still, I like it. Aggressive. Aggressive is always favorable when you're playing 9-ball, especially because you never know how the balls are going to fly around.
Oh, this is... So to get to the 2 here from this, you're going to try and check it off the cushion with a little left-hand side?
Yeah, I think he can follow and just, pop it over. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No. We got the jokes coming out. Mike Littman saying, when Tim does a safety shot, does that mean it's a tenacious D?
Oh wow,
no.
That's multiple layers.
Man. All the dad jokes are coming out now. Holy smokes. We got the puns on puns on puns. All right, big draw stroke it looks like. See how he's got. Good hit. Not too bad.
Pull back a little bit there. Couldn't quite see what the angle he had. That was a...
Yeah, I think he was trying to just draw that straight back.
Yep.
Pretty sure. Just missed the 4, and he looks like he's okay. Oh, somebody's challenging in the chat saying, Jose Santiago saying to Christian, he says, if I play you, do I get a couple extra games to cover the home field advantage? Yeah, we could talk. I want to play it straight up, but that's fine. We can figure some stuff out. I don't mind. It'd be fun. I'm deep in the snooker world right now, so my pool game is struggling at the moment. So you might be catching me on a good time. But I do have that Chalkbox stream to catch up on. I got to go practice for that. Me and Shuching are playing a doubles match. That should be fun.
Oh, that'll be great. When is that, if we're going to play Chalkbox here?
I think next weekend, 1 week from tomorrow, the 25th.
Just before
Saturday?
BCA.
Yeah, just before.
Just
before Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas BCA.
Yeah, Vegas starts, on the 23rd? Nationals? Something like that?
Yeah, and then it runs through to beginning of March.
Yeah, to the first few days in March. I think I'm going to be there on the 28th to the 4th, something like that.
Oh, there's a nice cut.
Little Ox team. Yeah, great cut. Wow. Long table distance. Nice shot. Hey, let's do it. I'm down, Jose. Let's play. It'll be fun. We can live stream it too if you want, or we can just record it. It's up to you. I don't mind.
Oh, for live streams. I feel like half the time I'm here practicing on these great tables at Ox, I can... Are we going to see the jump cue? Can you see a side of it?
This is close. You might be able to see it. This looks like he can see it. I'm going to delegate to I think he can see it, but...
This is a Jason Shaw shot, the eagle eye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he can see it.
Oh, yeah, you can see a bunch of it.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying you're always practicing.
Yeah, practicing down here at Ox with these tables. I know there's some match going on over there. Check if Christian's got the stream up and running, either in the booth or from home.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done too many of the live streams from home. That was a kind of a, certain situation. Having caught COVID, I didn't want to get anybody else sick for the Northwest Women's Tournament.
Oh, the next recommendation from the chat is to hot mic during the match. Is that the next feature in the...
Hey. Yeah, Jose saying have a hot mic at the table. You can commentate your own match. Have the banter back. That'd actually be pretty fun. I think that'd be a good idea.
Good to set up too.
Got to get some lapel mics and then we can do it. That'd be easy. I'd be down. Cause I feel like I'm always in the booth here watching all these matches, but I'm never out there playing. I guess so. Maybe gain some experience. Would be fun. Who's playing the safety?
That was an interesting decision there. Yeah. I thought he played to try and roll up with the cue ball in the 9 rather than the other way around. Because here he's left a clean shot on the 8.
Yeah, I think rolling up with the cue ball, he just had to get his speed perfect with the cue ball because he would have wanted to hit the rail with the cue and have the 8 ball kind of be floating in the top area of the table. I think that's a good idea as well. The thing with this shot is he needed to tuck that 8 ball into that little gap between the 9 and the 8 because there's a chance that he could full hook him on that shot. This way, if they're not tied up, he's got a chance to maybe make something happen with the 9 or just cross bank this 8. I'm not sure. In general, I don't like tying up anything with the 9, just because you never know what can happen. Oh, is he trying to save? He's got to hit it a little bit harder. It's got to go. I think it's cuttable. I don't know. He might have just taken away the potting angle. It's close. It's very close. But I think he's got it. I think it cuts at least. We'll see if Mr. Tim can pot this one. Just a high ball, come up and down the rails, I think. He's going to want to come up to the top railing. Always trying to hold it. I don't like that speed. Okay, he's playing the safe. Good. Yeah, at that speed, that 8-ball wasn't going to make it to the hole, I think, but must have just not had enough of that 8-ball.
Yeah, I think this is a case I take this bank on all day.
Yeah, I think you have to, and you kind of have to play. It's a little bit of element of safe. Play the 9 and down to the same pocket, maybe. Yeah, I think he needed to cut it more, and that would have sent his cue ball higher up. He might have been able to like run into the 9. That might have been the right angle to bank it, but I'm not sure. Or if he manipulates it with some side.
Not bad as a two-way though. We're leaving himself on the 9 as well.
Yeah. You think he's gonna swing at this? Reverse bank this underneath and try to make something happen with the 9-ball? It's gonna send all the balls flying around, so we'll see. I'm not sure. I like thinning this ball. Just thin the left edge of this 8-ball from our view here. As long as the 8-ball stays short of like the 1 diamond on the right side of the short rail, I think should be fine. So it looks trying to bank it. You could bank this in the top right. It's just really tough to gauge that. Yeah, if he hits the speed right, he could end it. Yeah, he could end up short.
Hang up.
Oh, it's gonna be on. I think it's on.
Yeah, that's looking on. It's a bit of a not a super straight and cut, but it's still there. Could swing around the rails for the 9 pretty well.
Yeah, I think it might be too thin. You might have to shoot the 9 into the corner. Yeah, it looks really thin. Tendency here is to actually undercut it and maybe hit the point. Oh, nice. He hit it sweet.
Flirting with that side or that corner pocket again.
Yeah, I think that's all about speed then. Just you got to shoot the 9 down to the bottom left corner.
So you would have played. I assume you want to play this more, not to set up for the bank on the 9, even though there's a pretty straight line in for it. We'll see if he has the angle judgment right for these rails.
They play short. They play short.
They play short, and he didn't put outside on it. I think that's the one thing I learned from Michal on these tables. Whenever you play, they're going to bank short, put a little bit outside, see if it can save you.
Yeah. Ouch, that one's going to hurt. Sell out with me. Oh, yeah, sell out.
Let's see if Mr. Tenacious D here can rack up another one.
Nails it. How's his cue ball? Looking good.
Looking good.
So Tim starting to get a little bit of a lead. Michal maybe a couple of unforced errors. 2-5. Starting to get close. This is where I was going to drop the tenacious bomb, but somebody stole it from me earlier. We got to come up with another T word.
Well, maybe we're on our way to seeing a triumphant Tim.
Triumphant. Oh, I like it. I like it. Triumphant indeed. Let's see. He's triumphing so far. It's a race to 9. Not a super long race, but definitely still some runway in this match. I think Michal just had a couple of little mistakes, like on the 8 or the 9. Kind of coming to the end. He's been playing pretty well. Had a good jump shot earlier.
Hey, he's had a few good jumps that he's got through. He got the 6 in the corner, a couple other contact on tricky shots.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad shout, but just coming up with the tough, like the misses kind of just at the wrong time,
Yeah, towards the end of the rack. I think there's at least 2 where he was playing the 7 or 8, last ball on the rack to the bottom left corner, and just got a little too thin on it.
And this 8-ball right here where he kind of came around and left a tough 9. Yeah, it's tough.
I'd be curious he does play at Ox every once in a while. I'd be curious what other tables he's used to playing on.
Oh yeah, I was talking to him before the match. I think he plays a lot on the Bellevue side of Seattle, so on the east side. I think a lot of 8-foot valleys is what I heard. So he does have one league night that he plays here at Ox, but I think Tim has got 2-3 nights that he plays a week here at Ox. So definitely, I think the advantage goes to Tim in terms of being used to the tables and all that, right?
I think Tim has a Oh, off the rails. Ooh,
Yeah, OTR. Yeah, thanks, Jose. Yeah,
that is
OTR has
certainly
8 foot
different.
valleys, so very different feel and play to these 9-footers.
I believe.
Pockets are.
Sorry, I believe
bit
Tim
different.
has a table at home. I'm not sure what
Oh, does he?
configuration it is. I'll have to check in with
Let's
Mr.
ask
Tim
him.
after this.
Yeah. Either way, though, it looks like he plays Masters and regular league APA over at Off the Rails Michal. So we got Michal playing one league night a week, maybe here on these tables. Tim almost exclusively plays, I think, all his league nights here at Ox, and then maybe has a table at home. So yeah, I think both players still pretty evenly matched, but maybe getting a little bit of advantage. For example, that last bank shot. With a little bit more experience on these tables, Michal might have realized that they do play pretty short. So got a good chance. I think players taking a quick break. Not sure.
Oh, Michal's taking a drink, taking a beat. Tim's just coming back from the restroom,
Oh, okay, nice.
ready to resume his attack.
Cool. Race to 9. Still not over yet. Tim needs 4. Michal needs 7. So it's not over. Still got some runway.
Now, I'm trying to recall last time, and same as this rack, Tim's breaking from the right side of the table as we were looking at it.
Yeah, he's been breaking every break from that side, I think, right?
Yeah, I want to say that's the case. I have to review the VOD for it. I'm just curious if that's something that he's going to keep throughout the match.
I would assume most likely. It seems like he's used to shooting this break, and it's been working out for him pretty well. I mean, the first break he didn't hit, I think, the part of the rack he wanted to hit. He kind of came across the top of the rack. That's why he's scratching that side pocket. But so far, he's been hitting them. At the times that he's been hitting them pretty straight on, it's been good. It's been solid contact, solid cue ball position, and second rack that he's got a pretty open table and a look at the one.
Mm-hmm. Some more support for Michal in the chat.
Oh yeah, TJ, how's it going, TJ in the YouTube chat? What's up? We'll have to get TJ on a live stream soon. Are you ready to play TJ?
Oh, TJ, maybe.
No?
Not.
Maybe?
We're working on it.
We're working on it. All right. I mean, you guys are both 5s, right? He's a 5 too.
TJ's a 6. He just went up to a 6.
Oh, he's went up to a 6. Oh,
Yeah.
Congrats! Nicely done.
Watched TJ play a lot of snooker here recently. He's really working on his game.
Yeah, he actually joined the snooker league, the WSL, Washington Snooker
better.
League this past season. We got the big tournament coming up though. We got the Seattle Open coming at the end of March. Not gonna want to miss that one. Some really good players are coming up for that from Canada. It's gonna be a solid event. I think something like a 2,000, 3,000 first place prize. It's gonna be really solid. High level of play.
The whole snooker series, at least that I've attended here at Ox, has been great to watch. Great broadcasting, great everything going. We'll put something on the books. TJ, wait for me to hit a 6 in APA, and then we'll have a match.
There you go. You heard it here. TJ Leaf coming to you soon.
We'll bet one hot dog or whatever the equivalent will be.
Nice. Thanks.
Yeah, we've been talking about different ways we could try and integrate some APA folks in. We had APA Fantasy, which is still a pending product, TM.
What is that?
Oh,
You like do a draft or something and draft players for the season, or what?
We'll have to involve you with this. This is something that's the brainchild so far for our player here, Tim Del Mundo. Matt Pittman, Mr. Aggression himself. Coming back from the Lincoln City event.
Oh, I see. Okay, I think we're talking about this.
Our APA Fantasy League. Ricardo, if you're here, you pay attention to this one too. We'd be able to have like a normal fantasy football draft, but you're drafting players from the individual APA teams. And your scoring is similar to APA scoring, where it's
good kick.
Who gets out of 20.
Is he gonna hit a rail? Oh, he got a rail.
He got a rail too.
Sorry.
No, we'll be able to get drafts for players, and then be able to see who's the most drafted, who's got the win rates. Have a nice little internal pool for that.
Oh, I see. So you're drafting to build a team.
You're drafting to build a team. Weekly team.
Interesting. Weekly team. Oh, every week it's a different team.
I think these are some features. We would be open to another developer joining if you want to get in on this with us, Christian.
Okay. I mean, it just sounds like an interesting league concept in general. It doesn't even have to be APA, but yeah, it's interesting. I like the idea. Just use the handicaps, whatever. But you can just play a weekly match.
Just plug and play their scoring system.
You definitely can end up with some pretty unique matchups. And then one week you're playing with someone you don't even know. A different week you're playing with a totally different team. That'd be fun. Not a bad idea. So now, open table. Both players making a couple successful kick shots, but this one leaves a open 2-ball. This 3-4 combination is going to have to go, but watch out 5. Watch out 5.
Overran it a little bit there.
Michal's getting a little bit out of position.
So he played that pretty much just top right off the rail to come in this line parallel to the long rail. I thought he would try and play that with top left, so to do 2 rails and come out towards the 3.
I think that's what he's maybe missing out on right now. He's not quite as intentional in his position play, it seems, because that one just felt like he kind of just got up and shot it. You know, like he could have gotten all over the table. He could have gotten a lot of places. Oh, this is gonna go! Wow. Play the 2 rail off the cushion rail down everywhere around. Yeah. But yeah, it just felt like that he just less deliberate on that shot. Like he just felt like, okay, I'll be on something kind of thing. I'll only just play the ball in this area and not kind of
like you're playing on a 7-footer.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't necessarily mean a 7-footer, but it's just I think being less intentional. Nice bank though, good recovery, and he's back in line.
That's how you fix up some shape. Well done.
It's got a little off angle, but you can choose to just hold this here and play the angle on the 7, or you can kind of stun this across one rail. Either one should work. Definitely has enough angle to stun it. It's probably going to do that. We saw him stun a couple of good shots earlier. Just don't take your eye off the pot.
Oh, a little soft.
This is okay. He's got about the same angle he would have had if he had slow rolled it, I think. Now with this one, I like to play this with a little bit of right spin, kind of a high ball, and hook it around the rails. Go 2 rails and play the 8 in the side pocket. But I think with the right spin, you kind of end up making the ball tighter around the corner. You want to aim for like where the coin is on the rail, right? Oh, it looks like he's playing it 2 rails this way. This is good too. This is coming into the line. But you see, I was like, more often than not, though, he's going to have the angle going the other way, which is fine. But this one, you kind of played into the line and try to control the speed more. Good shot.
So maybe let's just roll it up, and 9 sitting there too. Could have a 3-5 on our score here.
I think he's a little off angle. Is the only thing. He's going to want to take a long 9-ball, I think, or he's going to play short side. Yeah, opted for short side. It's going to come close. He's okay. A little close to his work, but, should be okay.
Yeah, it reminds me of that other 9 he had where he played all around the rails. He had the 8 to the middle, and he overcooked the 9, but still managed to come with a great shot to the middle to get the rack. There we go.
Oh, no. Overcut it. That is the risk. See, just a little bit out of position. He got a little funny on the 5. It was a recovery shot, but he got a little funny on the 5. Didn't quite stun far enough in the 7, and it's like kind of compounded little by little.
It seemed
forcing him to play short side. Yeah.
Might have shot that a little quick too. He kind of just got down, quick poke, and then stroke.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, I was expecting him to take that one. I'm not ready with another T-word for Tim.
I know, what the heck? Wait, 2 to 5, sorry? It's 6 to 2. Race to 9. 3 more for Tim. Tim trying to reach the tippity top, but he's only halfway up.
Oh, maybe that counts as our T-word there, tippity top Tim.
Tippity top Tim. Top of the morning, Tim. Tippity top of the morning to you, Tim. To you, tuck shirt Tim. All right, breaking off. Rack number 9. We're over the hump, at least halfway through the match. Tim has gotten off to a good start. Michal with just a couple of small mistakes, but enough to cost him the rack. Mistakes on the 8, the 9 are really expensive, no matter how big or small they might be.
Yeah, I think that's been decent play overall for both of them, but it has just been coming down to the last few balls where Michal has stumbled and Tim has capitalized.
Yeah. So now another open table. Second good break in a row from Tim. Open table on the 1. It's a little bit awkward, though. I think he has enough space to do 2 rails forward. Looks like it's just off straight. The only thing he's going to get close to this 5 ball if he goes forward. So we might see a big draw stroke. No, he's going to play it up. He might have enough angle actually to go forward with some left and check it and kind of come 1 rail up the table.
That's what I was looking at as well.
I don't know how much
worried
angle
about that
he has.
5.
Yeah, he went around that way, yeah. So 2 rails, but he went around the balls instead of coming this way. And I think he's on it. Yeah, he can see it. Now looks like he might run into the 6. Might run, if he passes the 6, he might run into the 4 after the rail. He could get really nice and go around the 4. This is going to be close, though, I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Or if he comes 1 rail, hits the 1 diamond, maybe short of the 6. Depends what part of the pocket he cuts it into, I think.
I think, at least for my appetite.
Oh, he hit that so hard. He's going to scratch? No.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
Disaster strikes.
Here to here, it almost sounded like a miscue. Bit of a tang there.
Yeah, it was a high pitch hit, right? I feel like I like not hitting it that hard, but good solid rolling speed, kind of like 2x lag speed, maybe something like that, and just roll it in, make it to where the 2 definitely is going to make it to the pocket, and then see what you get. But he definitely hit it just too thin, and he came short and came into the pocket.
Can't quite see how the 6-4 are lined up here, but looks like he's drawing into position.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't pass the 7, but I would like, keeping it on the other side and following it. Either way.
So for
sometimes
that
the draw shot's easy enough that it doesn't matter.
Following being an awkward combination here of the drawing into position from ball in hand, but also being close to the rail, the Tor Lowry preaching here. Would you have played that draw shot intending to come off that rail?
Yeah, probably, because you want to make sure you at least pass the 6, right? The only way you mess it up is by going short, usually, and getting behind the 6, right? So, yeah, definitely the right call to at least get to the rail, But he's still got a good angle. Might have got an unfortunate bump.
That's what I call a fortunate bump. He almost had a very unfortunate bump.
Yeah, a little bit more speed maybe, or a little bit more high ball, and he would have gotten around that 4. So, similar to the 9 ball he just shot earlier. Let's see. We see a recovery kind of close to the ball, slight cut. He's playing with a high ball. This could go in the corner if he goes too high. No, he's stunning it. Okay. He had like a slightly higher tip at address, but he hit a pretty center ball. So now, thin cut or a bank.
Which one do you prefer here?
I like the thin cut because I'm not going to scratch this, which is the high ball. Nice, good pace, come across. And you should be on the 7 ball as long as you don't really get up on it.
Yep.
Nicely done, well done shot. Now you probably just like a snooker shot. You can kind of hold this ball, just like a soft stop draw shot. You kind of should if you get draw, you should come towards the 8. But it's all about speed. It's all about putting a good stroke on the ball. Get that maximum speed for maximum spin for minimum speed.
Yeah, it's almost like the opposite of a stun run through.
Yeah, it's a real tester for how good your acceleration is. It's like a shot that I think you can hold it, but it looks like it's going to go around. You can go either way. Going around should be fine. You should go 3 rails. Always stunning it. He's playing the short side somewhere. I would have liked to go around the 9, I think.
Yeah, he's had some pretty aggressive positional decisions here, and sometimes he's managed to make them work. Sometimes they punished him.
Yeah, let's see. Big shot here.
This is a great shot compared to that 9 ball that he missed. The amount of time he's taking in practice strokes.
Yeah, I think I like him making this now. Yep. Nice. He's going to get high enough. Just a little shy. He's still got a shot, though. Not a 9 ball you want to be shooting while 6-2 down, but it's makeable. It's possible. Let's see.
This is where I would call a timeout or something. Have a nice little breather, take a focus. Different approaches for different players. He's got it.
Zings it in. Nice shot. Good cue ball. Back on the board. 3-6. Nicely done. Good stuff, good stuff. I see Triple G just got in the building. He just walked in the room. Looks like he's got some matches playing somebody maybe later on. We'll see.
Maybe he's interested in having it streamed as well. Get in on the show.
I don't know. We'll have to talk to him after this match and see. Triple G in the building. I think he came coming over to hang out with Manny and some other folks. Shout out Triple D. He comes out a lot for the sometimes for the chalk box matches. I think he's playing in the next chalk box one that we got. I think I'm playing a doubles match with Shu Chang, and then following up I think is a singles match with Triple G and one of the opponents we have. He's also pretty active on the FNL streams that Lee Baldwin runs out of his place. Good stuff there. If you haven't checked them out, go check out those videos and live streams. They're a lot of fun.
Well, this is a nice setup here for the break as well.
So, yeah, dressed up nice. One ball right into the side pocket. Just chilling, nice and juicy. He's got a little off angle to come to the 3. 2 balls down. I mean, this rack looks pretty good. 4 to 5. Wants to get sliding on the 5, going away from the 8 to get to the rail for the 6. I think this is looking like a good shot if he gets from 4 to 3. Oh, he went too far. Uh-oh. I think you might have either decelerated on that stroke. It's kind of that shot where you know you have to shoot it at pace to get the stun.
I almost would have
just
checked
trust.
if you'd play that follow instead and just come off the rail. So you come off the short rail there, but you're pretty much guaranteed to come up in a line that's going to give you an angle on the 3.
Yeah, he basically hit like a stun shot at that point.
Yeah.
Right? He kind of just did a stun, like center ball practically. Didn't really get too much follow, but
Good hit.
good hit. He's going to sell out. I think he's going to leave a shot. All right, 3 to 6. Can Tim make this run out? I don't know. This is kind of a tester because you want to shoot this ideally with some right spin. So you kind of go 3 rails and come around the 8-5. Looks like he's going to draw and try to miss the balls. It's pretty tough. It's a lot of space there. You could do it. Will takes more of a stroke. And he just nudged the 8 ball. It looks like he's okay. Yeah, nice stroke.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite shots. When you have a ball either on the rail or just off the rail, you're coming from across the table. A lot of bottom outside.
Bottom outside, yeah. I think at the distance it's fine. I like shooting the one kind of inside right. So some right spin, high ball, right spin.
Yep.
Just because it's all about controlling the line, and you don't really have to put a massive stroke behind it. You kind of just let the ball do the work because the rails are pretty grabby. The spin should take pretty well. But this one, just got to miss the side pocket. This is like the Federer Gorst drill. Just cut this, some outside, and miss the side pocket. Play for the middle of the table at least.
Yeah, between the 2 diamonds.
It's a little thick, though. Yeah, any thinner, he still keeps it below the side pocket, so just misjudged the inside a little bit, I think. It was good speed. I think he would have had a good shot in the 5, but now Michal back to the table.
Okay, I think
He's checking his Dr. Dave Gadget doohickey.
the patented
I don't know
30% rule or 45.
Yeah, something like that.
I think you always play this with a bit of check side to come up.
Yeah, you gotta hit it. You gotta stroke it though if you're gonna check it because it'll usually slow down. Oh, he hit it a little bit, not checked.
Yeah, curious what the plan. I think based on the pace, he was planning to like miss or
maybe go around the balls. Yeah,
but with how those were lined up, that was
it was
pretty,
tight.
Pretty tight choice.
This pass has been to both pockets, so now it's just a little bit hampered queuing and just send this ball home. Just a high ball. Should be coming 1, maybe 2 rails at the 6. Just roll it in. Clean stroke. A little thick. How's the speed? He's going to be away with He's going to get away with it? No, I think it cuts.
Here we go. I think this is this last sequence of innings here has been a good summary of this match where Michal has had some interesting runs at the table. He's managed to fix up some of his positioning, but eventually it gets away from him a bit when he underestimates maybe how grabby the rails are or some of the windows he has.
Cut it thick.
Tim's
Is he going to get lucky, though?
Oh, he got bailed out. A little bit. Don't think it goes. Let's see if Eagle Eye would know how this goes.
You said Eagle Eye?
Yeah. I think after watching recently the Turning Stone Classic, the commentators kept calling Jason Shaw by his nickname Eagle Eye.
There's a good bank. He's going to go. Oh,
wow.
Almost. He could actually cut that less and made the bank cross corner.
That was almost a classic Slava shot. Look at it. Does it go? Yeah, I'll make it work.
Slava Min? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Shout out to Slava. Great player. Seattle area. Got to hang out with him at BCA. Chinook Wins tournament. That was a good time. Active APA and BCA player in the area. Shout out Slava.
Oh, he went for the cut.
Too thin.
That was the Oscar Dominguez cut.
Yeah, he might have had to go rail first. It was really close to that 8-ball. Not sure.
I think, the 5 definitely goes from this angle. He can go around the rails for the 6.
Yeah, he's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, miss the traffic, maybe 3 rails.
Yeah.
Miss the side pocket.
Oh,
is he trying to bank it?
I think he tried to bank that, yeah.
It could be that he put a lot of side on it and ended up deflecting into the ball, maybe. I don't know. It was a little bit of a questionable shot.
I think
he's left a pretty open, juicy table now.
That's a shot that I always struggle with looking at there. When you've got that kind of distance, you're putting some juice on it just to judge the deflection right.
It's almost not worth putting the spin if you know you're going to miss it. You know, it's like unless you practice it, you're better off just making the ball and playing safe just to get a look.
Yeah, that was an analysis that Tor Lowry had done for Joshua Filler's approach to the game. When he has something really long or is not just super confident, play center ball. Don't try roll deflection.
Yeah, exactly. Just trust your potting. Just make sure you make the ball, because if you make the ball, you're still at the table. You can kind of have some control and influence on what happens. But now, if he gets a good angle on the 7-ball, this might be 37 real soon.
Yep, this is kind of almost a drill scenario that you have here.
Yeah, he's perfect now.
Yep,
he's gonna do a nice stun. He can use the rail if he wants, but side pocket comes into play if he does that. I think he's gonna do a stun, maybe a little bit of draw, but any angle on the 8, even straight into the top right corner is fine.
Yeah,
coming short is the only mistake you can make. He's playing the side. Okay, it's a little bit fun. Well,
that's. I think that's the kind of shot that I liked as well, but I wouldn't have been as aggressive, getting kind of close to that middle pocket. He played it well, but there was the element of risk there too.
Now he's perfect though. Just roll this in. Play the cue ball back to where it is now.
Tim.
No. Tim took it for granted, I think.
Tim tripped up.
Tim. Oh, no. He was all tucked out, and now he's all tripped up. Oh, no. That's just terrible. That was a terrible one. You got to take that one back. I apologize, Tim. Leaf here is a little too loosey-goosey leaf over here.
Oh, loosey-goosey leaf for tripped up Tim.
Oh, he banked it.
Oh,
nice shot. Talk about recovery right there. He's still not out of the woods, though.
A bit
Long
awkward
and strong. Straight shot. Let's see.
This is I would call this one of the Christian classics. You're queuing on the rail here.
Yeah, just send it home, right? Just long stroke. Zing this ball into the hole. It's all about stroke. Trusting your line. He's got plenty of space, so it's not going to be super tough on the rail. It's just long. This is what maybe shooting from like the bulk line, maybe shooting the pink into the corner pocket on the snooker table, something like that, from the middle somewhere.
It's actually Federer actually has another drill kind of like this too, where you line up everything on the diamond and you've got a ball coming back.
Big shot here. Rolls it. It's going to be tight, but he missed it far enough that he didn't hold it up.
Yeah, it was off by
about a ball on the long rail. This one is a natural scratch shot, though. He's got to be careful.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming across the middle?
Yeah, come across and go into the left center pocket. Something like that. Dan Peterson says snooker brain. Yeah. Practicing a lot, so getting that feel down. But there's just certain shots you can't replicate in the pool table. It's too big. Oh, did he send it home? Did he zing it? And he hit it clean, too. Good cue ball. Good shot. Great shot from Tim there. Puts Tim 1 away from the hill. A race to 9.
Doing well.
Michal needs to bring it back. It's a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, similar rack that one to some of the others we've seen where Michal will make some nice shots like that great bank on the 8 to get him back in the match or back in the rack, and then misses the 9 and lays up another one. I think that's at least 2 now where we've had a miss on the 9 for him, and then Tim is taking it away.
Tim, take away Tim.
There we go, take away Tim.
Tim has taken away the rack. It's on. He's 1 away from the hill. I think if he gets on the hill pretty soon, this one could be over. But let's see. He had a pretty solid break the last 2 or 3 breaks. He's had a pretty solid squat. Look at the 1. Put a little bit more follow on that one. Is he hit it hard enough to send it around the rails? I think it is. Balls are tied up in the top left corner, though. I think this 3-5 is fairly straightforward of a combo combination.
Mm-hmm.
It's really getting below it is the key. I don't think you want to be above it. You could do the 3-8 combo too, but it's awfully awkward.
Yeah, going to be a tricky case here, like 1 to 2, but then also from 2 to 3 to be able to set up for that combo cleanly. I think Tim might be feeling his stroke a little more. He's coming through the ball cleanly. Oh, there's the patented zoom up.
Yeah, I think you gotta do the 3-5 combo for sure. 3-8 combo, not quite as nice. But if you get kind of closer to the top rail, this 3-5 lays natural, and then you can kind of play the cue ball to line up with the 3 afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, that's
I think now he's lined up for the carom with the.
Yep, the 3-5.
The cannon. Yeah. This also works. I guess he didn't really have the position from where he was in the 2 to come all the way across, so Karen plays real natural, has speed.
Well
nicely done.
Yeah, Tim's had last few shots. Really nice stroke going through. Confidence in it.
Lee Baldwin in the chat, he's saying carom. He called it. Shout out to Lee, FNL Productions. Go check out his live stream. He's had some pretty good matches recently. Him and Chalkbox over on the other side of the water from us here in Seattle.
This one, this is kind of tricky here. We want to hold for the 4, but it's
this is just stroke
on the rail.
This is all stroke.
Just
jacked up, pop it in.
There we go. Oh.
Damn,
The
good stroke.
Nice. Yeah.
Stop shot all the way because the 7, I think it goes in the side or up in either corner.
Yeah, that one there was the tricky shot for this rack, that 3 ball.
Yeah, I think if he makes that, it's might be ball game.
Mm-hmm.
But Michal now has a little recovery. He's got a chance.
Bit tricky here on the.
It's a little off angle, but
yeah, with the off angle,
it's all right. He can. I think the 4 passes the 8. He can play for kind of any pocket. He's got to. I think the only way he really messes up is by getting in a really awkward spot by getting too close to the 4.
Mm-hmm. Always playing to the middle, maybe?
He should have a cut in most pockets. Like even this. I think he was playing for the side for sure. It just came a little short. The 7 is definitely past the pocket, so he definitely can hold it up table.
Yeah, with the angle for this, I think it almost, it doesn't look like what he's shooting for here. Almost a natural bank line, which wouldn't let you just roll straight up for the.
Oh, he's trying to stun it.
Not quite though.
Well, stuff. Yeah, the 7 does pass. I mean, you're not gonna scratch by cutting the 7 down the rail, right? So, I think it's pretty clean.
This is a tricky one. Do you play to bank this here?
No, I think you got to cut this in the corner past the 8. Mm-hmm. Cut it, maybe a little bit of check side, but really just stun. Maybe a little draw. Always looks like he's gonna go forward left spin. Go 2 rails at the 7. Yeah, nice shot. Perfect. He wants angle, though. He wants angle. I think he's perfect.
Yep, well done. Kick out naturally for the 8 after this.
Yeah. Now, I think the more important thing with this shot is getting farther across to the right half of the table. Mm-hmm. You don't really need to get, you don't need to get that far up table. You don't have to draw it that much, right? You just really have to get the stun line down. You could even stun it clean, and it's fine, because 8 will lead naturally to the 9. Obviously, you want to be closer, but as long as you stun it, you're good. Just cut it a little bit too much.
Yeah. Maybe he was thinking exactly what you were describing because he put a little extra into that. He even came a little far all the way to that rail.
Yeah, I kind of cut it a little too much, right? Yeah,
Yep,
try to get the cue ball to move more. It was pretty natural because like, even if you're in the middle of the table on the 8-ball, it's still, it's a thin cut, but I mean, it's going to lead to the 9. So all you got to focus on is making the ball and get the speed right.
Mm-hmm.
Now Michal might have to play it safe on this. Nice little thin. It's going to leave a shot, but not easy.
That's almost a one pocket style shot. Just play it to thin and leave them on the far rail.
Yeah, it works really well in snooker, but in this situation, I think this ball cuts all day. This is a match winner right here if Tim can sink this 7.
Bear down, make the 7, then you'll
try to get on the hill.
Yep, city on the 8, 9 on the spot, classic shot. Oh, we played soft.
Safety. Good mix of aggression and safety play from Tim. Like, he's been playing kind of back and forth, and sometimes we're like, oh, he can play a really aggressive shot here, and he's been opting for the safety. Let's see if this one bails him out. Not sure if this is
I think that was
frozen to the rail or not.
Yeah, maybe a safety choice, but it was kind of tricky to get that speed down to hide or use the 9 as a blocker ball, especially because if you'd underhit that a little more, the 7 would have been hanging up over the pocket. Oh,
I think he just overcut it a bit, but he's going to get away with it. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Here we go. We got a ball game.
Okay, now this is always a tricky shot here. What do you choose to do here, Christian?
So the aggressive shot would be to try to reverse bank this into the bottom right corner. But I'm left-handed, so I'd much rather take the safety because I can get real up on this ball and cut the 7 a little bit to the left. Just thin the right edge of the 7 and play the cue ball behind the 9 maybe. Right? Play the separation. Hopefully you get behind the 9. As long as you push the 7 far enough, you're okay. But here, I think you have to play that at much faster speed to get the 7 to shorten up. He kind of like slow rolled it in a sense, but
yeah,
that's the kind of shot you gotta have to just zing it in, Yeah.
Another
rails play short, you just gotta get the line right, and almost anywhere on the table you're gonna have a shot on the 8.
Yeah, and he sold out after that attempted bank there.
We got action. Draw this up. Like I said, even middle of the table, this is still fine. It's really close to the pocket, so it's all about cutting it clean. The only mistake you can make here is to hit this thick or to just way over on the cue ball. And I kind of like running the cue ball up and down once, like hitting the bottom rail and coming off to control the speed. It's a little bit touchy to try to hold it just one rail directly at the 9. And maybe a touch of inside leads you to the side. I'm not sure. But he's trying to hold it
real soft.
Yeah, you can still shoot it that way. It's just, to me, it feels like it's a little bit harder to control that speed. Either one was good, though. If he had a little bit thicker angle, it's got to be a one rail all day, but that one he could have come up or down either one. Big 9 ball coming up though. Michal 3-7 down in a race to 9.
He missed his last 9 ball.
You got to make these.
Oh wow!
Sent it home. Where's the cue ball going?
Is this too spicy?
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh no!
Disaster.
Well, I think that was his 3rd cue ball when shooting a 9 that was going directly towards a pocket, but this time it fell down.
Yeah, this time he kind of overcooked it. Wow, so he concedes that rack. That puts Tim on the hill. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think we've had an interesting match here where that's at least the 3rd one where it's been on the 9, and Michal has been there with the opportunity, but just missed it. In this case, just gone in off.
Yeah, the first rack too, he shot the 9 into the corner and went around 2 rails and almost scratched in the corner. Just the speed. The speed was short, right? Yeah, so maybe a little bit of a careless cue ball just on the money ball from Michal. Just maybe focusing too much on just making the ball and maybe not treating it the same respect as the other shots where you got to play position as well, right?
Yeah, I think that might be an artifact of him having missed the long 9 when he was carrying over the rail, and then the other one where he let up for Tim after he'd played too short position. Oh, wow.
These balls are getting clustered.
Tim almost had 3 on the break there, but they just came off the point.
He's definitely hooked on this. Probably going to see a push out, and I like not moving the 5 on this push out because the 2 and all that is kind of tied up still.
Yeah, this is kind of a tricky push out to go for here.
Yeah, I think I like pushing this this cue ball down to the bottom rail, kind of by the 9. Right here, what he's doing is leaving an edge. This also works. Just it might leave the potting angles also. If he's doing it right, he's not leaving the shot. Even though the 2 is tied up, you never want to leave your opponent just an easy shot because they can always play an easy safe back once they make it.
Yeah, when I look at this, it just seems like with the 2 and 5 the way that they are, this is a hard rack to run out. So I'm not as concerned with giving my opponent a shot at the 1 here at least.
Yeah, but you have to think if they get a shot at the 1 and they get perfect on the 2, they can do a lock-up safety based on how close those balls are, right?
Yep.
And he's cut it in.
He's got the 1. He's coming back nicely for the 2 this time.
I think we're going to be seeing a safety. Ooh, if he would have rolled a little bit farther, it would have been perfect, but he might be able to come over.
Yeah. Tim's the one who's had a lot of good safety play here, so we'll see how Michal kind of steps up to the same plate.
So he can slow roll this, try to get on. I'm not sure. He would like to be closer than 9 probably to get kind of the freeze up against the 5. He can still do it if he just has missed a 5 on this kick, and the rails play short, so he's going to put a lot of outside on it. Yeah, separation is a smart shot. Yeah. Does he get behind the 9 though? No, he's left it. I think it goes in either corner too.
Yep. I was thinking just playing around with the 5 specifically, but have played super soft. I actually like the shot that he chose more because if he hits that just a bit harder, he's got a big wall to hide behind there with the 3, 6, 9.
Yeah, I think if he's closer to the 9 on that shot, he's more straight, and he can just do a stop shot and kind of send the 2 around the 5 and get glued up to that purple. But in this case, I think this was the right shot. He just underhit it.
We've got another Del Mundo in the chat saying, "Go Tim."
Aaron Del Mundo. Welcome, welcome. Might be one of his parents. I'm not sure. I think they're somebody's in the crowd watching. I think this one cuts into either corner. So Tim hit that a little bit thick. I think high ball, send this around the bottom right corner, or if you can get underneath and you like the stun shot, you could try to stun this. I just think that this distance, leveling out the cue, just helps your accuracy so much. It's playing safe, it looks like.
Tries to play safe again.
I don't know if I like this one. He's going to bump the 3.
No,
this is on now.
That might have been a bit of a careless decision there.
Yeah, you kind of just got up there and shot it, right? It felt like a little...
Yeah, like that 9 where he just did a quick poke and went at it.
Yeah, or like that 5 ball when he was in the corner, you kind of just shot it. Didn't really get, super diligent position. I don't know. It's a couple of, not huge mistakes, just little mishaps here and there. Going back and forth.
Maybe the pressure of Tim being on the hill is getting to him.
Maybe, I don't know. I think it is both players' first TV table match, so I'm sure they've got some nerves going on.
Mind you, I do have some pictures from when Tim and Matt were looking excessively dapper at APA.
Dapper, yeah.
Like Lincoln City. Oh, that was a testy one.
Too thick. Does it go? Yeah, it cuts. It's pretty thin, though.
I think this is where there's a benefit of being left-handed. Otherwise, it's a real awkward shot for a right-handed player.
Left-handed all day, baby. All day.
You've been working quite a bit on your right-handed game, though.
That's true, yeah. I think it's useful to have both hands to shoot with. It just makes things easier. But it's more just for kind of shooting shots for fun than kind of challenging yourself. Hey, I learned all this stuff with one hand. If you just apply the concepts and shoot the other hand, you probably can make more shots than you might think.
Still haven't snuck it past Michael to have, Christian right-handed youngers as a separate APA account.
Oh, yeah, that would never happen. I already asked him. I think he's glued him here. This is nice.
This is nicely done.
Nice roll-up. Jose asking in the chat, am I going to Lincoln City? Oh, good hit. Oh, that was going in. That was possibly going in, but now the cue ball might go in. Wow. He's going to double bank that. Holy smokes. Jose asking, are you going to Lincoln City for BCA in April? Yes, sir, I am. I'll be there definitely for doubles. I'm not sure about singles yet. I'm not sure if I have the days off or just work over there, but yeah, definitely going to be there for the doubles event. I think me and Shucheng are playing doubles. I think in the Open. It's going going to be 8 ball, I believe, right? Yeah, 8 ball in the spring. I'm excited. I went to a Lincoln City BCA event over in Chinook Winds Casino last fall. Awesome event. It was a great time. APA also holds one too. That's what you were at your first Lincoln City APA event last time, right?
Lincoln City, yeah, with all the rituals and events.
What'd you think? It was a fun time?
It was definitely a fun time. A lot of that with the Ox and Seattle community going down as well made it extra special.
Yeah, we had a big old Airbnb. That was fun.
Big old Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Jose's first time going for BCA. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a different experience. Obviously, the tournaments are going to be different, and the formats are different. So that's one thing off the bat you'll find. One thing I really enjoy about the BCA event is the tables are unlocked during the event, so you're basically free to play as long as nobody is up on the table playing with a clipboard and has a match. Then you're kind of free to practice on any table. You pay your greens fees up front, basically. And I just find that really sweet feature because you can show up early, you can play a bunch of whatnot. People maybe will play some side games for fun while tournament play is not going on. But yeah, it's just in general really well run event on both ends. APA and BCA both doing a good job. Ooh, also overcut that, so he kind of
almost going in the drink again.
It's almost like the ball pushed off more than he expected. I think if he had put a little bit more of a stroke on that, it might not have it deflected as hard because it ended up deflecting harder and he ended up overcutting it, right?
Yeah, so I think this will be an interesting shot. Last time, Michal had a shot similar to this one. He played with a little bit too much outside, and he didn't get the deflection right. See if he
that's right. Yeah, he didn't check it. I think this one you got to just roll it. Like the way he hits there, if you're playing for the 5 on the side, you got to just not roll it, but hit that in between speed because the natural fall is going to want to kind of put the brakes on your shot. But he did try to come around. I guess you could have shot that too with some left and come around the rails. Either way, it wasn't ideal. Now he's going to be hampered over this 6 ball. This is a big shot because Tim's on the hill. Any mistake now could be the end. Is he going rail first? It's going to get fortunate with this leave, but this could be death and destruction if Tim gets behind this 8 ball. You think he's going to play a safe? Only reason I'm thinking about the safe, and I double thought it right now, is because you're banking this 5 at the 9.
I think Tim plays the safe. Based on how he's been playing so far, his judgment around aggression or not, when he's had a ball in this where it's a thin cut or bank or whatnot, he's usually gone for the safe approach. Let's see what he does here.
This might hit the 9 ball. Watch out, 9. Red alert.
Oh, you're right. He played for the...
And almost got the save.
Doesn't look like the 8.
He came a little thick on the cue ball and ended up hitting the rail and bumping the 8 out. It's really risky, though, because you got to really control that stun because you're going straight to that pocket and you have a decent chance of scratching if you don't control the speed.
Kind of unlucky to sell out after that with the way that the 5 hit the 9 and then came right back, lined up for the middle pocket.
Yeah, true.
Gone even a little more towards the left of the table, the 8 might have come to his rescue, but this sets up easily now for 5, 6, 8, kind of a Cosmo rack.
I wouldn't say it's easy. He's down 5 racks. Pressure's on. This is not an easy shot into the side pocket. These are
pressure shots.
Tight. Oh, man. That is the right speed and the right part of the pocket to hit if you're going to miss, though.
Yep. I think that was maybe you should be casting with Dave Byrne. You've got the caster curse down cold.
So now, not sure. The separation of this ball and the rail. I think there's enough gap. He can bank this ball up and down, I'm pretty sure.
Got a bit of outside, I don't know what it looks like.
Now, right spin, he's going to check it. He's going to overcut it and check it. Is it going to be in? Oh, just barely. The reason you put that check side and low is that, A, you're holding behind the 6 ball, but to get the cue ball out of the way of the banking ball and still bank it towards the pocket, you're going to be cutting it a lot more than you want. So because he's cutting it more, he's using the right spin to sort of straighten out the angle off the rail. It's a pretty common, like, bank pull, one pocket type shot where you just want to send that ball, like you're kind of shooting and the ball's coming back at you the exact same angle. You can do it surprisingly with very little gap between the object ball and the rail. As long as you use the right amount of spin and the right angle. This is going to roll in. Rolled off a little bit.
We've had
roll back. It's going to be set up here.
Yeah, now back and forth.
toughest shot Tim has here is 8 to the 9, probably. As long as he misses it, his 9 ball's kind of in the way a little bit, but you can cut this into the left part of the pocket to get more movement onto the cue ball. And then 6 should be available. Just a high ball. It's going to be clear. He's going to be
a little soft.
Yeah, I think if he cuts it more, he gets more motion out of the cue ball, right? So that's where, like, where you cut it into the pocket is pretty important, you know? The art of cheating, obviously, right, is like a big thing. People say that maybe pool players don't have to be as accurate necessarily when they're shooting, but to get the right position, you actually have to be pinpoint accurate, because cutting the ball into one half or the other half of the pocket can mean a massive difference in terms of position. It's just these kind of complicated things.
That was great cueing.
Yeah, excellent shot. Stop shot. He's got an off angle, so he can cheat this. It's all about speed now. He's got to get higher. He wants to be higher than lower, so he's got to get high enough.
Oh,
wow.
No.
He cheated it to the wrong side. I think he tried to put a little bit of left spin, maybe. So when you put that left spin, you end up deflecting towards the ball thick, and that can mean death and destruction like that.
Yep.
So, unfortunate miss. That 8 to 9 to go for the win. Michal scrapes by and is still alive. 4 to 8. We got action. All right.
That was a really testy way for Tim to go out there.
Testy way to. Oh, we said testy already.
Well, he didn't win this one, so we can keep reusing until he gets 9. Maybe I'm not sure what happens when he gets all 9 out of 9. Maybe we need a triple alliteration or something for Tim here in his victory.
Yeah, we'll see. He's not over yet, though. I don't know if we're talking about victory.
Going hard.
Michal's not going anywhere. He may have gotten a little bit fortunate on that 8 to 9, but he'll take it, and we got action. We're going. Michal Rybak to break.
Both ring balls down.
It's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. 3 ball goes.
Oh boy, this is a nice looking rack.
This is a juicy rack.
I think this is the kind of rack where if I see this coming up after a break and it's been a tough series so far, okay, you can kind of get into rhythm. If you can get this rack down some good 1-2-3 shape, then that's a big confidence booster.
Yeah, this is what he needs. This is exactly the right time to get this kind of a break. This is probably the toughest ball in the rack right here. It's got to focus down. I like shooting this with some low outside to come around the rails. Control the speed that way, but you can also just put a high ball and bump the 4, maybe miss the 4. You might be able to miss the 4. He's trying to get the cue ball to miss the 4, and he just rolled it a little thick. Tough miss. Pretty massive shot because now the table's wide open. Let's see. 6 ball run out, 2 balls remain on the break. Yeah, 7 balls out on the table. Sorry. Now this one, it's all about how you cut this into the pocket, because you can end up on this side or that side of the table, just depending on if you hit it really thin, really thick. He'd opted to draw it back. I'm not sure if I like that option. I feel like
it looked like it was far enough out of the pocket that he could have played railed first or checked it a little bit.
I like hitting the left side of the one with some right spin, and then it going 2 rails and around the 4. That's kind of what I liked, and then coming to the right half of the table somewhere. You could also hit it 1 rail with a high ball, or 1 rail with a cutting it to the right. Nice shot, though. Holy smokes. Captain Subasa in the YouTube chat saying, hello there. Will Snooker be back soon? Yeah, we've got some events coming up. Not immediately. We might have maybe 1 match in between then, but we got the Seattle Open qualifier happening here at Ox Billiards on the weekend of March 4th and 5th. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a snooker tournament happening here. 16 players. I believe the top few spots are going to get an automatic entry into the Seattle Open. And then the Seattle Open, of course, that's the big event of the year. We've got it here in Seattle. It's going to be 32 players from all over. Big payout. Cash prize for first place is around $3,000. That's what I heard.
That was a great shot by Tim there.
Cut, yeah.
He had a lot of left on that, too.
Yeah, it came around 3 rails. One of my favorite shots is doing that stun inside 3 rails around. It's super fun, especially in a bar box, because you can make it more often. But, He can just really zip the ball around the rails, and he's kind of ideal here. He actually wants to have a good amount of angle like this because he has to move across for the 8. Could have been a little bit closer, but still, angle is ideal. Just barely overcut it. So now maybe a couple mistakes creeping in from Tim here in the last few balls in these runouts.
I think that's
his second solid chance at getting a match.
This is something that you helped me with before. When you've just played one shot, you're really bearing down, saying, I gotta make this. Boom, great shot, the adrenaline's rushing, you go to the next one, oh, I'm gonna make this one too, and you kind of falter with it. Maybe that was the case for Tim there after you made that great 4-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a mental game. Sometimes what people like to do is they're really solid at making 3 or 4 balls in a row. Once you make that 3rd, 4th shot and you're still in line, just take your time, go back to the table, take a sip of water, you know, grab your cue, whatever. No big deal.
Yeah, this is an awkward looking position with how the 7-8 are set up right now. And it looks like the 7-well cut, but that's kind of a tricky cut to play here. I'd almost want to play the bank so that if you miss it, you have a chance to hide behind the 8.
Yeah, bank it to the bottom right.
Yep.
I see.
See what he chooses.
I like stunning this across. Like you said, bank it and stun it across. You could cut this in, though, and come 2 rails to the 8 in the left middle pocket. I like that, too. Oh, he tried that, but he put some inside on it, maybe? No, I think just the low ball. The amount of cut you would have to put to make that ball, you would have had plenty of speed in the cue ball. You almost needed to slow it down once I'm outside. But I think that is the shot. Just come across 1, maybe 2 rails.
There he is again, the Dr. Dave.
Oh, he's doing the finger thing, the finger waggle.
I don't remember if he made the last shot. He did that evaluation on. That'd be maybe a stat we could have for next time.
High ball. This could flirt with the corner. I don't know. That's why he did it, but this is close. He could. I mean, if he puts a good stroke on it, he should be fine. But if he kind of softly goes through,
oh wow!
I think that was his fear. He kind of cut it more just to avoid the. That's a shot where you have to trust that the follow is going to arc and miss the corner. But if you kind of get lazy with that stroke, you can see that ball going straight into the corner pocket. Just kind of not enough follow on it.
Yeah, well, that shot and the one before it looked the same way for Michal, where he dropped his wrist a bit and his cue is offline. So maybe it's
now
maybe
Tim.
He's not quite feeling it.
Here's the chance. This is what he's wanted.
Getting down for it. Keep your nerves calm.
He's perfect on this 8 too.
Oh yeah.
Big shot. Big shot. Pressure's on. On the hill. Oh no.
No. Oh Timmy.
Oh,
troubled Timmy.
Troubled Timmy. Yeah, something off on the stroke. I feel like he maybe decelerated or something. I think he also kind of made it more complicated than it needed to be. That's the shot where you don't even have to draw back. You just stop shot that ball.
Yep.
Send it home. Mach whatever speed you like. Mach 10, Mach 20. As long as you're cutting that ball in, you have the perfect angle to come across, and you leave a practically the same shot again on the 9. So just trust your long potting and send it home. Okay. He kind of tried to be like fancy draw, like kind of stroke it in, and you didn't really need to.
And this has been the story of the match, where Michal has the option, he has the opportunity here to win it, but he leaves himself awkward on the 9 ball.
This is a nervy shot.
Yeah.
My opponent's on the hill is not what I want to be shooting.
Now, even though it's at the second diamond here, the cut's thin enough. I play this with high ball to avoid scratching in the bottom right corner. Is that the case?
Yeah, you can avoid it. You might go 2 rails in, but I like to just stun this ball. Trust my angles right. Stun it in. Oh,
there we go.
He almost scratched.
That was a nervy shot.
He followed it enough to scratch. I guess you're right. It was going dead into that pocket.
Yep, I think that's probably the shot of the match so far, at least for Michal, where that was a tricky one and it keeps him in the game.
A little nervy, but he's still scraping by.
Yep.
Tim now maybe feeling the pressure a little bit, making some mistakes. He had a straight dead out, 2 stop shots to make that run out. You had to think that was all nerves.
Yeah, the last 2 racks, he had the 8-9 just sitting. The one before this, he went in off the 9. Could have been there, could have been done.
Yeah, it's got to be the influence. A lot more people in the room now. I don't know who in the room recognizes that there's a live stream going on, but you know the club is vibing. There's people playing on a lot of tables. They got some music going, but I think nerves maybe setting in on that one for Tim just a little bit.
Yeah, I have to see how this keeps going here. Ox is hopping on a Friday night. Snooker tables getting some use. A lot of the pool tables busy. Chinese 8-ball table still open. Haven't seen Tom Aiken on that yet.
No, I haven't seen Tom in a while, actually. He must be out of town or been busy. Captain Tsubasa says, go Michal.
Right. Oh, interesting result here with this break.
Yeah, you got a lot of balls tied up. 2 in the 7. Or sorry, 2 in the 4, the 1 in the 7, the 4 and the 5 and the 9. Yeah, it's a lot of...
Yeah. So I think this is a really interesting rack for the timing in the match here. And you probably have more experience than I do with this, where this one is almost going to force the players to slow down because there's a lot of tactical play around these clusters.
You know what this actually, because of how the 7 lays, I almost want to go rail first on this one ball to play the safety. Rail first and thin it, because you know the one's going to stay there if you hit it from that angle.
Yep.
He's going to hit it full, which is still fine. There's still some balls to play behind, but you can...
Maybe a window?
Yeah, you can definitely guarantee that the ball will stay down there. It was just kind of a interesting idea that came into my mind out of nowhere, but this cuts, I think, into the corner. It might even go on the side. It's close. Yeah, we got to get the angle from that side, but it's hard to see even from here, but this might cut in the side. It's close, but...
Hard to judge from these camera angles that we have here.
We're working on it, getting some more angles, but...
Stream's improving every day. I think this. Yeah. Maybe he's going long on it?
Yeah, he's going corner. Yep.
Oh.
A little thick. That is a tendency. I don't know if the 4 is blocking the path of the 2 to the corner. It's close. So he's left a full 1 ball, which means he probably look for me how to play safety behind the 3, maybe the wall of balls with the 5-9. It's all about speed control in the cue ball. Ooh, I think he kind of decelerated on that.
Yeah, his last 9 ball that he played to win the last rack was on point, but been a little shaky on these shots he's had recently.
Now we're going to find out if this 2-ball passes. He could go. He's loading up with some right spin. This could go into the pack, into the balls.
He's going to break out the pack. Looks like
ran into him, but he's going to get lucky. Nice shot.
That's you can't really hope for much better than that.
Yeah, the 2 could have came a little smidge shorter, but I think this is solid. He can still draw away from this and miss the 8-ball, or he can run into the 8. Don't know which one I prefer, though, because the 3-ball, if he can draw enough, I like drawing away. He's also hampered, though. This is tough. Kind of like running into the 8 full and hitting it hard. Going soft.
Play soft.
He's going to be too short, too far, too long.
Yeah, that was always the risk play. I think this is a shot where it's almost, the further you get away up in that line, it's going to be a more and more awkward shot in the 3, but it's almost a take your medicine because you have so much table space available.
Yeah, just go way up and down, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Jump shot time.
Oh, second jump shot from Tim, I think, for this set.
Oh, hit it clean, but just didn't quite land it.
I think that was actually also last time he played. It was a 3-ball as well, but he went off the table for it too.
Yeah, I think he just landed a little too
high on the ball,
too close, too high on the ball. He could have landed. If you land that jump shot, ball and table same time, that's ideal. Then it kind of just stops there. I think he hit just before, I think, right, and then it just bounced and skipped off the top of the 3.
Yeah, I think it
was pretty straight though.
That's the kind of shot which a lot of the phenomenal jumpers like Gorst will play, and they can just play it so cleanly to have the cue ball land where they want and then draw it back. It's like it feels effortless when they do it. It's kind of like just boop, boop, and it just kind of pops over the ball and just lands perfect. This is an interesting ball in hand. He's going to go forward. Oh, wow.
All the way up the table.
I don't know if that's
might be a little short
for that.
Just a little short is the only thing.
Yeah, very interesting case here. I think that was would you have played that, or would you play it with a rail? Just something that's a little bit of a safer.
I think honestly with that one, if the ball's that close to the pocket, I might even just draw that. Actually, just do a full table draw and just try to either draw into the balls. draw straight back and go one rail behind it or something.
I think that's one of the cases in terms of drawing into position where
it's kind of worth it. Right?
Yeah, you get as close as you want to, and you're not really. It's hard to overdraw that shot.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna try to play a safety. Should be containing. Just gonna leave a bank.
This is
what you call a gate right here.
A gate,
like what Raw Hannah says. This is a gate. This 8-ball. Little backboard for the corner pocket. Bank this ball up and around.
Learn
something new. What you call a gate. He could bank it to the side too. The side is probably safer to not sell out because you get position, or just play good old-fashioned safety. Does he get far enough?
Yeah, this is the kind of shot that when I come to the table, I see that ball. Same thing every time. Okay, just judge it right to have the 5 come somewhere near the short cushion, load it up with right-hand side, send the cue ball up table, and the 9-6 becomes pretty big that way.
Yeah. And with this type of shot, it's actually it's more important to control the 5 ball than it is the cue ball when you think about it. Because you could put the cue ball anywhere in the top half of the table and it basically doesn't give a shot. Only if the 5 is glued to that bottom rail, right? On the 2 diamond. But if you push that 5 a little too far, you give him an edge, maybe you go too far on this side, you leave him a thin cut. It's a different ball game. So I think the 5 is super important on that.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to have the rail judgment down too much on these.
Yeah, I think that's another example of him playing it a little too short, right?
Yep. Yeah, he's had mixed success with those so far.
That is a tendency. We saw the bank shot early on with bank on the 9, also came short. These rails at Ox definitely they're that I think K55 cushion rubber that like profile tends to play really short over time, especially when the cloth gets a little bit more worn in. Kind of like those of you folks who know how to experience on playing on diamond red labels. I think it's the same exact cushions as those. A little bit more bouncy. Play a little short, but yeah.
Is he going to play for the middle after this?
Yeah, he's going to play 6 in the middle pocket or the combination.
Oh, wow.
He's playing the combo.
Oh, boy. This is
Here we go. This is for the match win. Tim Del Mundo playing this combo.
Yeah, I think when we talk about aggression, this is about maximum aggression.
Yeah, I think he has to go for this. He could roll up safe on it too, but this is just too juicy to watch.
Yep.
He's going to play it 1 rail above, and he zings it in. Plays the safety behind the 7, just for bonus. But congratulations, Tim Del Mundo winning the race to 9 against Michal Rybak. Well done. Congratulations.
Bit of a battle there. Yeah, we had quite a bit of back and forth during the rack of Michal having some really nice shots going on. Tim adjusting the position, maybe being a little more used to the rails there, having that down.
Yeah, and make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We got a good match. We got a double header. We got a gentleman named Victor from out of town coming in to play the folks here in Seattle. He's playing against Bo Bologna around 5:30 p.m. our time. And then after that, he's playing right away, back-to-back, on the stream table against Prathamesh. So we got 2 matches back-to-back. It's going to be Prathamesh Sawant versus Victor after Bo versus Victor. So Bo and Victor, Prathamesh versus Victor. It should be awesome matches, I guess. These 2 guys, Bo and Prathamesh, have been going back and forth on the Ox stream, so I think they finally got some fresh meat, somebody new to play. I think he's like a low to mid 600 Fargo player, so it should be a lot of fun to watch. We'll be live streaming it here at Ox, so yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Leaf, for coming into the booth and hanging out.
Always a pleasure.
Good time. Well, this is Christian here at Ox Billiards signing off. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.